Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday, we'll say. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. I hope your Monday went well. Hope the start of the banker's work week was okay for you. I'm going to take some medicine because I forgot to. Haha, you know what I mean. You know how I am, least professional monkey on the internet. Look, I shouldn't even be streaming right now. I don't know if you guys can hear my voice, how it's starting to sound lesser. It picked up about hour 4 of the first stream last night of yesterday, I guess. And by the time we were done with this third hour of the second one, man, my throat was just gone, and I should probably be resting it. Shio, I'm not tired. Shio says get some sleep. I'm not tired. It's just my voice. My voice is screwed. I don't know what I did. If I was like yelling too much or something, Jack making me laugh too hard. It's always Jack's fault. Yeah, I should probably be resting, but that's not going to happen. YouTube, you guys out there listening right now, you might want to just go ahead and say no to the monetization, because I'm going to say a whole lot of fuck yous and fuck off and suck my dick and go to hell and that kind of stuff in the coming moments. And I just want you to be aware of it, because I want to save you guys some time. I know you have a rough job out there listening to all this shit. As happens so many times, the reason I'm streaming is because something pissed me off. Something annoyed me. And oh man, I gotta stop going onto Twitter after a certain hour. You know what I mean? Like, if I say I'm not going to tweet or not going to stream, which I did say I was going to take some time off, let my voice rest. I need to stay off Twitter during that period, because it's always when I say that shit, something really fucking stupid comes up. And this time it comes by way of Andrew Torba or whoever's tweeting for him on their Gab account. This whole porn thing is blown up. Just blown the fuck up. Language Monkey, there's minions under 13 that watch your show. This is for adults only. This is definitely not one of the ones that could possibly be mistaken for something for children. I was looking through the tweets, because this Twitter thing, man, this Twitter porn fight, it's getting big, y'all. It's getting big. And it's really fucking stupid. And I got to be honest, some of you guys who are on the side of porn is free speech, you should probably shut up and let those of us who actually understand the subject talk. And that's not being mean to you. A lot of you know what you're trying to say and don't know how to say it very well. And it makes matters worse. But on the other side, there's some dumb fucking shit going on there. The Gab account, and I'm gonna show you guys the tweet that set me the fuck off. We're actually gonna bring it up on the screen here and show you what kind of a dumb motherfucker this is. Here's the tweet that did it. This is the one. God damn it. Hang on. The sharing thing where it blink. See, even my fucking stream is mad about this shit. Introducing the Porn is Free Speech Challenge. Set up a projector in the town square college campus public park. Project porn on a big screen or building. Learn how free speech porn is. I bet he patted himself on the back when he said that. I bet he just smiled smugly at his screen as he typed those words and hit enter. Hit tweet. Because, he's got you now. You can't go projecting porn in public. Therefore, it's not free speech. All right. Try this, you stupid motherfucker. Go into an airport. Yell bomb. Go into a movie theater and yell shooter. Try it. See what happens. See how free speech your fucking words are, you retarded motherfucker. The kind of people who think of this, honest to God, I bet they're the kind of people who wonder why everybody else got to ride the really long buses. This is as close to literally retarded as you can get. You know what? Even here in our free speech life, in our free speech country, there are some limits. There are. And just because you can't project porn or some of the other stupid shit, was it Matt Walsh is like, well, you can't beat off in public. And Lauren Chen was, you can't have sex in a public park. Yeah, because we happen to limit some of those things. Oh, well, then it's not free speech. Now, Lauren Chen at least has an excuse. She's Canadian. Their laws are different. Here in the U.S., this has already been decided. That's how fucking angry I am. It's already been decided by the Supreme Court. It's already been decided. It's okay. It's free speech. It's covered. There's not an argument about it. But it gets worse. It gets worse because this isn't just about free speech. See, that's where the argument started. Gab came out. Look, while we are for free speech, we're gonna limit the things that you can post on your timelines over here on Twitter Lite. And the same way you can't project porn in public, you can't do it on Gab because porn is bad, and that's what the real part is. Now, Gab also posted where's that stupid one? Hang on, there's a lot of fucking retarded shit on here. Here's the other one. It just made me go, what the fuck are you talking about? Porn is the one thing that both left and right somehow agree on and unite around. Literally every other topic is filled with division. What does that tell you? Our society is afflicted with pornography addiction, enslaved, public health crisis. Most people with any sense will tell you if the left and right are agreeing, you should probably start questioning more than even normal. But even worse than that, this completely disregards the loud chorus of people from both sides who are saying this is fucking stupid. Because while yes, you do have your evangelicals on one side, your diehard evangelicals, your jihadi Christians on the one side. You also have your blue-haired feminists on the other who are like, it's abusing women. You know, the women who make a choice to get involved in such activities, the women who run the company sometimes. We'll get to a company here in a little bit as well. Yeah, you guys are united. The two groups of people that I probably least want making decisions for me. The most fanatical blue-haired feminist and the most fanatical religious zealots. Yeah, bring those on. Let them decide for me. Those are the people I want running my life. Authoritarian shitbags. Told you, YouTube, just go ahead and demonetize this one. Free speech is important to me, guys. It matters to me. It's not just a saying. It's not just some bullshit that I'm pulling to try to get people to leave Twitter and come hang out on my platform like some shitbags I could mention. So look, I'm all for capitalism and stuff, but you're a dirty prick. You're a liar is what you are, sir. Mr. Torba, you are a liar and a disingenuous authoritarian prick. Just gonna throw that out there. Gab wants you to show ID to watch porn. Yes, they do. They want you to have to show ID so that you can. There's a funny part about that. They talk about how part of their justification for that is that you give your information freely to Facebook, and if you make a purchase online, there's stuff that has to be recorded about you, and you don't care about that. But you don't want your name associated with the porn you watch because it's shameful. You feel guilty. I don't feel shameful or guilty for the porn I watch, you pussy ass motherfucker. I'm not ashamed of my dick, and I'm sure you are. I bet you are. I'd also bet you have a fucking massive amount of porn on your hard drive, probably more than I've ever seen. Because those of you who tend to get all pious about this shit tend to have some enormous skeletons in your closet. But that's all guesswork. What's not guesswork is the fact that pornography is free speech, whether you like that or not. Otherwise, you have to start making decisions, sir. Is the statue of David pornography? And if not, why not? Is it because some artist a long time ago chiseled out that penis that's in our face if we look at it? So would it be okay if I went and chiseled out perfectly shaped labia and a dick going in it? Would that be art at that point, or is that pornography at that point? Who gets to decide that? You? On what grounds? Seriously, how do you make that decision? Where do you get to start telling me when it's pornography? Yeah, kind of weird, huh? Kind of weird. Becomes this ever growing list of, okay, this is good and that's bad. And luckily, we have a bunch of self-righteous, pious pricks to tell us which is which. And you know what it is? It's the one that makes their pee-pee tingle. If their pee-pee tingles, they start to feel bad about themselves. The funny part is, a lot of their reasoning that we need to get rid of porn is because we're not making enough white babies, you guys. We're not making enough white babies because white men are watching porn. It makes them stop fucking. It made me stop fucking because I'm not afraid of my dick. Porn's been around a long time, my friends. It's on cave walls and shit, man. But yeah, access to porn, that's making it so guys don't try to get laid. That is dumb as fuck. If you believe that, you are dumb as fuck. Monkey, you put limits on what you want to see on the hashtag. No, I've told you can put what you want on there. I don't tell you you can't put that. I ask you to please cover it. See the difference there? See the difference? And I do that because, yes, I think there's probably going to be children who come to the hashtag. That's why I'm not saying you just throw porn in kids' faces. There's some stuff that came up before. No, it's not what you do. You still try to limit it. You still try to keep it out of their hands. You're never going to. Here, let's do this again. Give me a 1 in chat if you saw porn before you were 18. And remember, guys, a whole lot of us turned 18 before the internet became a thing, or at least a big thing. A whole bunch of us. Asking people to censor their stuff and telling them it's okay if they don't, that's not forcing them to. I don't kick people off the hashtag or tell them they can never put something on there again if they do happen to put a nipple on there. It's happened before. Just ask it because, yes, I think there are kids who come by because it used to be a hashtag for a boy band, for fuck's sake. There's a difference between requesting people act in a certain way and forcing them to. But yeah, look at all those ones, man. All those ones. Big Assassin said Hustler was my first. I think my first was that I actually saw naked women was Penthouse. And I didn't know what I was seeing, but I liked it. It made me want to go touch some. I have no doubt somebody like Andrew Torbo believes that watching porn will make you not want to get laid. I bet he spends a lot of time at home touching himself. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not going to prove that porn is bad for you. They've tried. It's the same. Have you guys thought about the fact that that people tell us that playing video games causes violence. Everybody argues against that, especially on the right, man. People like Gab, the people who run Gab, let me put it that way. Because Gab's not a person, it's a company run by a moron. And everybody argue against, no. A lot of these same people you see right now talking about beating off in parks and fucking in the street being reasons that porn isn't free speech. They'll happily tell you video games don't cause violence, but porn makes people stop fucking, you guys. You guys do realize you can jack off. Sorry, Torba. Is that his name? I've probably been saying it wrong because I don't care about the guy. I think he's a fucking retard. But I'll try to get it right. Torba. You don't actually need porn to masturbate. You know that, right? I've probably masturbated more in my life without having porn available than with it. I mean, I was the masturbation years for me. I mean, I'm a man, so they haven't ended yet. But the prime years, 13 to like 40. For most of that, yeah, porn wasn't readily available. It was nice to have it when you're doing it because it's a nice aid. But yeah, most of the times like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna play with my dick. And I know I'm supposed to be ashamed of that. How dare you talk about masturbating and playing with yourself? I'm not scared of it. I'm not ashamed of who I am and of sex itself. SCOTUS has already said that community standards belong to the community, so that argument is mooted. I'm arguing the points they make. These are the points they're making. And again, my favorite being, look, if the left and the right are agreeing, it must be that porn is bad. No, it's that the portions of both of those sides that are agreeing are fucking retards. They recognized each other as they were licking windows. Like, oh, I see him over there licking a window. He's one of mine. He has a blue hair, but he's still one of mine. It's fucking retarded. I know you weren't arguing with me, Prospero. I was just saying. Relax. When I comment on things you say in chat, it's not always an argument with you. Torby used free speech as a way to get people to his platform while not really believing in it. And now he's used that platform to launch a war on porn. He actually posted a thing, a national conversation is sprung up around porn. You're welcome, Gab. And I'm paraphrasing there, but that's basically what it says. I'm welcome for what, motherfucker? Now that I have to know that some of the people that I listen to are retarded. It's okay to have some disagreements, but I'm looking at this stuff going, wow, that's just retarded. I saw Andrew has been tweeting out, or again, whoever's in charge of the Gab Twitter account. It's so funny to me that they spend all their time on Twitter because they know how inferior they are. Like, oh, wow, dude. Even you don't like your platform. This case where there was this porn company that was abusing girls, was abusing them. They're like, this is what happens in the porn industry. And they don't pay attention to the fact that whole article's written because those people went to fucking jail because it's illegal. There are people, there's porn outfits out there that don't do that. But every time, like, it's going to lead to human trafficking and prostitution and women dying. It doesn't have to. Here's an idea. Maybe if you let people come out of the shadows with the things they like instead of trying to shame them, which, again, part of your stated goal, shame, maybe this stuff could be cleaned up. Like, I don't know, say prostitution. Let it come out of the shadows so the people who want to use it can be regulated. No. Hiding that stuff, turning it into a illegal, making things illegal never causes illegal trade. It's funny, these are the same people who tell you if you get rid of guns, then only criminals will have them, and criminals will still have access to them. They still have access now. Oh, but if you made sex work legal, that's going to cause all the problems with prostitution and forced trafficking and the stuff that already happens that they like to point to and blame on porn. It's amazing. It's a wonderful argument. They can point to all of the bad stuff that happens because of porn, and if you make this shit more legal and more out in the open and stop the shaming bullshit from your Bible. And again, guys, I don't normally go after Bible thumpers. I've said this before. I don't care. Go live your life. It's when you start trying to push that shit on me that we're going to have a problem. Keep your Bible-y shit over there. And Gab, again, if you don't want porn on your site, cool. It's your site. I don't want porn here. But then you got to stop saying you're free speech and stop your stupid ass fucking arguments that it's not free speech if you can't broadcast porn from a projector on the side of a building in a public square. Because that's retarded. It started with lolly shit and Gab, so I'm guessing the repenter got turned on by kitty porn. I don't want to make a guess at what is on his hard drive of horrible porn. But if we saw a headline with him getting arrested, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not Bible thumpers. Hollywood is losing money to porn now. I'm fairly certain that the guy running Gab isn't a big Hollywood guy. Am I wrong on that? Does he produce films or something? Is he out there making the new Star Wars? I mean, this is shit I've literally argued with blue-haired feminists about before. I've had the porn argument many, many times, and it's always the same nonsense, except for this time. This time they've added the free speech thing onto it. It's like, oh, all right. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's just funny to me to watch it. Monkey, did you see the tweet where Andrew insinuated that porn is funding child sex trafficking rings? They come out and just say it, actually. I believe there's one where he, if he doesn't say it, he quotes somebody who says it. And I should stop looking. I really should. Because it's annoying the fuck out of me, but it is becoming a big conversation. And as much as I wish it wasn't, that becomes something I have to talk about. And it's not that I don't mind. I wouldn't mind having an intellectual discussion about this. I wouldn't. That's what you should do. But there's no intellectual discussion to be had here because the folks on the Gab side are not intellectually honest about this. They're not. Their objections, they object and then they go looking for things to back up, for justification for those objections. They don't object because, oh, there was this one porn studio that got shut down and the people who ran it ended up in prison for the rest of their natural fucking lives. Actually, I can't remember the you know what? I could bring that up because he likes to retweet it a lot. I think he used to watch their movies and is actually upset that they got shut down. That, or maybe it makes him feel better knowing that the girls he used to watch were being horribly abused. I'm not sure which. And again, I'm just speculating here. This is just me thinking out loud. I'm not accusing anybody of anyone. I'm not suggesting that this is actually true. I'm just asking questions, you guys. I'm just asking questions. Dear God, man, he's been all over this shit all day. He was really happy earlier because the B board, which I didn't know people even went to anymore, they banned porn over there. And like, yay, you're winning, Andrew. You're winning. Let's see what else is going on here. Where's that fucking story? This is where he was actually quoting the Bible at people, at Jeremy from the Quartering, because Jeremy challenged him to a debate, and he's like, I don't debate people. Here it is. Girls do porn owners and employees charged in sex trafficking conspiracy. Yeah, they're going to prison for a long time. Maximum penalty: life in prison, $250,000 fine. Another one, 15 years in prison, and maximum penalty. That's the minimum penalties, 15 years. Maximum life with a $250,000 fine. Likes to point to this shit. Likes to point to that because, see, porn is bad. Really? Do you want to talk about all the other stuff that goes on where companies end up, embezzling or ripping people off of their pensions and leaving them destitute in their elderly years and end up in prison over that? I bet you don't, because because you don't really care about the people. Let's be honest. You don't like porn because of your religion. And instead of just saying that, you got to go out there and find justification. So you find a case that kind of supports your view. Nothing says free speech like running away from a debate with your tail between your legs, since you can't argue what you believe with logic. Yeah, it's true. I mean, he's seen the arguments. So all he's doing is retweeting people who agree with him. Somebody asked, do they actually have this many fans, or are they using bots? No, Gab has that many fans. You want to know a good way to make money, guys? A good way to make money: go out there and get evangelicals to believe in you. You can sell them anything. We've seen it time and time again. Hey, Andrew, do you want to talk about how many pastors and priests out there have ended up in jail? You want to talk about how many priests have ended up in prison over touching little boys? I bet you don't. I don't see you tweeting about that. What about the Catholic Church being bad for people, Andrew? And again, I don't like using that argument. I really don't. Because for the most part, I don't mind. You keep your religion to you, and I'll leave you alone. You start pushing it on me, and we're going to fight. Verbally. We'll verbally spar, except for he won't, because he's a goddamn pussy. Seriously. Why are you afraid to back up what you believe, except for where you can get people to pat you on the back? Oh, yeah, we don't do that. Step into the lion's den, David. Let's let's see you win the fight, asshole. You know you're wrong. And that's the dumb part. It doesn't matter. You didn't have to do all this, but you had to take your moralizing stand. You had to. What do you think the next one will be? What do you think the next moralizing stand will be? I'm interested to see. Yeah. The only thing Gab is missing is a shitty hashtag behind their movement. Well, I think they have one over on their site. There was one of the things that he tweeted out was Gab says no to porn trending over on Gab. So I don't know if it's an actual hashtag. I went over to Gab once and I saw how fucking god awful it looked, and I just left because yeah, it's not for me. And look, you can call Twitter a dumpster fire all you want. Gab is the herpes-ridden cooter of the internet. A lot of goddamn pussies over there. Gab, let me help you out here. You don't have to be afraid of your dick, man. You can go out there and talk to women, and one of them might actually touch it. I know you're probably ashamed of it, and you don't have to be. Just because when you pee it dribbles on your balls, that's okay. Only the first 2 inches really matter in the vagina, so you'll be fine. You can go please some woman. You don't have to take your sexual frustrations out on the rest of us. And again, I don't care if you don't allow it on your site. Just stop lying about why. You're a lying motherfucker, and that's where I have a problem. You're lying, and you're lying about the First Amendment. You're lying about free speech, and you're giving these dumbass fucking analogies, and your little moronic fans. He's so smart. They're so smart. That's right. You can't masturbate in public. Yeah, That's what people are talking about, masturbating in public. We put limits on some speech. We absolutely do. And I'm not a big fan of that. I wouldn't be a fan of projecting porn in parks either. But if you're gonna use an analogy like that, at least make sure there's nothing that's actual fucking words that would be used the same way. You dumb motherfucker. Whew. It's annoying, guys. It's annoying. And this is the kind of shit that this is the kind of shit that's going to lead to Elizabeth Warren being president one day. Because people are going to see this and go, oh, look, they're at it again. Those Christian conservatives are at it again, where most conservatives go, I don't agree with this stupid shit. But we have that. You guys do realize this is an extension of the Nick Fuentes nonsense? It is. We have to put Christ back in conservatism. No, you don't. No, you don't. Let people live their fucking lives. It's none of your fucking business. But we're the real Trump supporters. I hate these people. I really do. It's amazing to me that they can remember to inhale and exhale and then inhale again. I imagine that there's somebody repeating it into their little tiny fucking brains over and over again. The argument you can't yell fire in a crowded theater as grounds for censorship is the most misquoted, misrepresented opinion by the Supreme Court. I actually said yell shooter. And if you do that, see what happens. See what happens. It's called inciting a riot. Public endangerment. There's laws against this kind of shit. The words themselves are not illegal. It's the way they're used in that context. Fuentes afraid of the puss. Well, it is amazing how many of these people out there talking this shit don't got no babies. Nick, where's your little white baby? Where's it at? Oh, Nick. Where's that little white baby to help? You should actually have a couple by now. What is he, 21? Shit, dude, by 21, I already had 2. And I've watched a lot of porn, man. Even by then, I'd watched quite a bit. Go out there and talk to women, Nick. It's okay. The intent behind words can be the case for crimes, not the words themselves. Exactly. See, the porn itself is not the crime. Projecting it in public like that is. Because communities don't want that up on a fucking building. He found out his girlfriend was in porn and lost it. These people, man. But it's blowing up. I was hoping that it would be over by the end of the weekend. And yeah, it got worse today. Which is weird because there were 3 really big stories today. 3 really big stories, and everybody's out there talking about porn. What a fucking world, man. What a fucking world. Brown Coats says Ranting Monkey, is it the green puss? Because I'm scared of the green puss. You and me both. That's a callback to the game stream. If you guys don't know what that is, it's over on 2 Cents Plus, and you guys should watch it. There's a lot of fun over there. I'd forgot about the green puss comment. Sometimes I say things and they're in my brain somewhere, but until somebody brings them back up, I don't fucking remember that I said them. Anyway, everyone is a Puritan these days. Havoc, we've talked about that at length. From the social justice warrior side, it's a weird return to Puritan values. It's a return to Puritan values through a very odd way. Where with like Gab, I mean, it's just plain Puritan values. Yes, BG, exactly. That's what I say. He says I'm Christian and I'm all for getting religion out of politics. Yes, inform your decision, but back it up with logic as well, not just beliefs. I understand. This is why I don't give religious people shit. I understand that these are deeply held beliefs. This isn't just like I think my team's going to win on Sunday. No, it's not like this is your core values. So I get it. I get that. But you still need to be able to tell me why your core values matter to me in a logical fashion. Just, well, porn makes people stop having sex because we saw that people stop having sex. Well, you also don't pay attention to the fact that the world has changed. You know, they point to, look, the birth rates are down. Yeah. We also know that 22% of millennials have no friends. And so far, there's been no correlation between that 22% and porn. You know what it's really hard to do? Have babies with no friends. It's hard to have sex when there's nobody you don't even have a friend to talk to and try to get into bed. You have a whole world that has changed based on technology because technology has made it to where you don't have to go talk to people. You guys are blaming porn because you're fucking idiots because it's what you want it to be. God, I hate these fucking idiots. Anyway. Yeah, there were three really big stories, and it bothers me that the first one I talked about today, the so-called Afghan papers or Pentagon Papers 2, whatever you want to call them. It bothers me that didn't get more press and it's not talked about more because that's an important story. That's an important story, guys. It's not anti-war. Oh, hell, the people who wrote it may be, but the information in it is important even if you do support the war in Afghanistan. And here's why. We don't know why we're there. We have no goal. We are in a war right now where we have no goal. We're just there. That can't be the way you conduct war. I mean, I suppose it can be because we've been doing it, but it shouldn't be how you conduct war. You set a goal and you go out there and you reach it. And when you reach it, the war's over. That's how war should work. And instead, we have our guys over there. What do we have? Like 14,000 guys over there? Guys and gals, sorry. With no real mission except to be there. And like, oh, well, we're there to help train their forces. We're here to help rebuild their schools and give them roads. One of the things that they actually bragged about was that the government bragged about publicly was that people are traveling on their roads 300% faster. The roads are helping people get around 300% faster. All right. Is that why we went over there? We went over there to help them commute. I might have missed a news article, but I don't think that's anything we were told. We knew why we were there initially, but petty politics and backstabbing got in the way, and then everyone lost the plot. Not exactly, Gray. You're right about the first part. Our stated goal was to go over there and beat Al-Qaeda and make it so they could never attack us again. That was the goal, which we accomplished quite a while ago, within that first 2 years. And then after that, we were supposed to be there to help train them so that it didn't happen again. And then it just became about throwing money at the problem. We were going to stop the poppies. Part of it was actually to empower women over there. That's actually part of the goals that they had set at one point. No, there's been no plan to reach any of this shit. They're just like, well, fuck it. Throw some more money at it. See what happens. Fuck, throw even more money at it. See what happens. Well, shit. They have no goal right now. There's no end game. And in a war, you need one. Or you're just going to get your troops killed. There's rampant corruption over there. And not just in the upper government, you have it in their security forces. I'm using air quotes, security forces. Do you realize some of the people in their security forces are known members of Al Qaeda? And we're training them. This is part of the report. This should be a huge story. This should have been the biggest story of the day. But the Washington Post, their timing on releasing this was really weird because we already knew two big stories were coming out. You had the IG's report and you had the impeachment investigation. It would have made much more sense to have this come out yesterday or wait until Friday. There was no reason for them to rush it. They claimed that they were waiting to release this story because they don't know the names of all the people who were interviewed for the information that they ended up getting, and they want everybody's name to be released. But a judge has been sitting on that ruling since September. But suddenly today it became imperative that they release this story. And I'm very curious as to what the editorial decision was there. Because you knew the IG report was going to come out, and that was going to be a big story. This is the investigation into whether or not the investigation into Trump was okay, whether or not it was on the up and up. And I got to be honest, that report, I have trouble believing it. And maybe that's just my general skepticism of a government that, by the way, I had just read that report, the Afghan papers from. The same government that's doing that just told me, no, look, that the investigation into Trump was fine. It was fine. The only thing we really found wrong was a low-level employee changed some documents. That's all. The last time I heard that a low-level employee was responsible for some weird government shit, it was because the IRS was illegally targeting conservatives and keeping them from being able to get their 503c status. They were illegally targeting conservatives. Obama was using the power of government to go after his opponents. And they came out with the bullshit line that it was a low-level IRS employee in Cincinnati. And then it came out more and more and more that no, that wasn't the issue. Nope, whoops, oops. This went all the way up to the fucking top. They knew it. And now you're telling me, no, oh, look, this investigation into Trump where there's really nothing there and we pretty much, had to force most of it. We had to use a document that pretty much everybody knew was bullshit. A document from a foreign spy who talked to an even different foreign government to try to put this bullshit together, paid for by the opponent of the man that they were supposedly investigating. Nah, man, what's wrong with that? When you have one of the people who initiated the investigation saying that he's going to do that they had ways to keep Trump from being elected as he's talking to his mistress on text. Nah, man, it's just a low-level dude somewhere. Just a low-level dude. That's all it is, man. Don't worry about it. Look over here. Look at the fluffy bunny over here. Polly, I don't know if you're feeling any better. That's why I didn't send you the link, but I see you there. So if you do want to come on, I'm sending you a link now. I was waiting to see if you showed up in chat to make it, But it's amazing to me that they expect me to just buy the. No, look, man, look. I'm just this low-level dude. He changed something that was pretty meaningless. Don't worry about it. I mean, sure, yeah, I kept the FISA thing going, but hey, just let it happen, man. Yeah. I wonder if it's that same guy from Cincinnati. And then the other story, of course, was the evidentiary evidentiary hearing in the Judiciary Committee today for the start of the impeachment of Donald J. Trump. What does the J stand for? I've never looked it up. What's the J stand for? Is it John, Joseph, Jeremiah, Jebediah? It's Donald Jebediah Trump. That's what it is from now on. I don't care what it really is. As a hat tip to Jebediah, he's now Donald Jebediah Trump. See, I said John at first. That's what I thought, but I'm renaming him. Jebediah was a good Kerbal, and he didn't deserve to go out the way he did. And this is the least I can do for him. So this was this was a fucking shit show from beginning to end. Beginning to end. Real quick, ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you so much. Who says, Jeb, you were gone too soon. Oh, Jebediah. I felt bad about that one. I really did. Anyone actually read the attachment from Barr? Oh, real quick, yeah, before we get into the Judiciary Committee. Sorry about that, guys. Attorney General Barr, and I forget the inspector who works for him that's also looking into this. They both came out with statements that were like, we don't necessarily believe this. Good night, Mata. I didn't actually read it all. I need to. It's on my reading list, but I've been kind of busy today. After the streams earlier, I went to sleep, and then I got up in time to. I didn't have dinner with Lady Monkey. I really haven't eaten. My stomach has been weird lately, so I'm like, I'm just not tempting it. But I did go up there and sit with her while she was eating, and we talked some, and then I came down and did the stream, and now I'm here with you guys. So it's hard to read that stuff sometimes. And maybe if I stopped reading that moron on Twitter, I could have read something important. But hindsight's 2020. So yeah, the Judiciary Committee. What a fucking shit show. It's been reported that tomorrow they're going to make the announcement that they are drafting the articles of impeachment for abuse of presidential power and obstruction of justice. Which we knew. We knew those were the two things that were going to go. It is funny, though, that they're not going for bribery. They're not going with all of the talk they did of bribery. They're not actually going to use that word. It's like you guys, you pounded that one pretty hard. You actually got up there and you had a moron who's supposedly a constitutional scholar tell me, a layman, that the Constitution defines bribery. And Polly explained the other day in chat, and I agree with him that they're probably ridiculously trying to extend the meaning of the emoluments to cover bribery. But yeah, there's nothing in there that actually defines bribery. And not that I think we necessarily need it, but for a constitutional scholar to get up there and say it actually says that in there, that it actually defines it in there, and you're going to call him an expert, fuck you. How dare you? He was a partisan hack is what he was. Turley is and look, and I'm trying my best not to let my bias get involved here, but Turley's the one I agreed with, and I think was spot on almost everything he said. You got to remember, Turley didn't get up there and say President Trump is a great guy. He got up there and says, yeah, I think what he did is kind of dirty, but I don't think it's impeachment worthy. Listen, you guys are rushing this. You guys are doing this, and you're going to open the door to shitstorms you do not understand are going to be coming your way. You are lowering the bar so far that a president, we've always talked about how because of the way impeachment is done, you can impeach a president for anything. There's no defined reason to impeach him. They give you treason, bribery, other high crimes, and misdemeanors. But because it's a political process and not a judicial one, they can do it for anything. They can get up there. We think he's a dick. Who agrees? Yeah, we think he's a dick. Impeached. And what can be done? Nothing. But they're going to make it so that's literally true. I mean, it's always been the thing that, it can't happen, but Congress has been smart enough not to do that. This is actually a pretty serious thing they're talking about doing, and that they are going to do. They're going to impeach this president. And Turley was up there going, look, you guys are rushing it, first of all. What you do have isn't enough. Your nonsense about obstruction, you should have taken this to the courts, because what you're arguing is that there's no oversight over you. You're arguing that you have to have oversight over the president, but nobody can have oversight over you. It should have been adjudicated in the courts. We're going to subpoena you. I'm not coming. You go to the courts. You don't just go, well, that's obstruction of justice. Why did last night's Lord of the Night end after 1 hour? It didn't, Flabberjack. There's two parts to it. The stream just died. It just died on us, and we had to set up a second one. There's a second one. There's 2 hours of it. But yeah. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. My throat is so fucked. But it was funny because the Judiciary Committee today, a lot of it, far more than probably necessary, was parliamentary argumentation. And I am not I don't understand all the parliamentarian rules, and Congress has their own. It's not necessarily exactly what is the big book? I forget which one it is. But there's, you got these rules of conduct for parliamentary procedure. Plus there's the rules of what is it? House Resolution 660. Is that the one that's the actual impeachment? There's rules in there, and the Republicans keep bringing it up. You want to talk about some dirty fucking shit? Robert's Rules of Order. Thank you so much. See, Prospero always has the answer for me. That's why I like arguing with her, because she's usually right and she gets mad. Drink some tea, monkey. Yeah. What I actually should probably do is just take a day off of streaming. It's not going to happen. That's what I probably should do. Because I like to eat, you guys. No, actually, I hope I'm entertaining to you guys. That's actually why I like doing this. Does anyone else think that Nadler looks like a droopy dog? I think he looks like a turd. You guys ever seen the movie Weird Science, where Bill Paxton actually gets turned into a turd? That's what he looks like. But there's a weird thing that happened in the hearing today. Even though the two counsel were presented as witnesses, they weren't required to swear in. They weren't required to be sworn in, which doesn't usually, when witnesses have to swear to tell the truth. And that's really important, because the counsel for the Democrats flat out lied. He flat out lied. But that's okay, man, because he wasn't technically under oath. So that's okay. He got up there and he lied. But for some reason, Nadler's like, no, they don't have to be sworn in. And then there's actually an argument. Where Nadler's like, look, they're not witnesses. And then later he's like, look, they're witnesses. It's literally whatever he wants them to be at the time, so that this fucking dog and pony show can go on. It's fucking ridiculous. I haven't seen Weird Science in a long time. Just look up Bill Paxton as a pile of shit. See if you can find that picture online and tell me it doesn't look like Jerry Nadler. If you've ever seen Nadler standing up, not behind the desk there, yeah, he looks like Bill Paxton after he's turned into a turd in that movie. Anybody watching this, no matter what side you're on, should be able to go, okay, yeah, look, this game is already set up. There's the winner's already been chosen. The Democrats are going to win this. There's going to be an impeachment, and the shenanigans they're going through are funny, and they want to get this done quick, guys. They really do. We're on, what is this, December 9th? Or are we on the 10th now? We're on the 10th, right? Yeah, it is December 10th. When this originally happened, they said they wanted to have it wrapped up by the end of October. The end of October, you guys. We are way more than a month past that. And they're trying to rush this through. They had the little evidentiary hearing today. And the Republicans brought up for a second time that, according to the rules, they get a day of hearings. They don't. The Democrats don't have to like it, but they get a day where they get to call witnesses, and it's pretty much the Republicans' day. And they've asked for it, and Nadler's like, "Well, I don't have to give that to you. No, you don't get a choice. This is in the rules. You have to give us this." And like, well, no, I mean, we'll talk about it eventually. No, you have to give this to us. They even got into a fight today about the time of the recess. Nadler decided he wanted to recess, and I think it was Jim Jordan. He's like, "How long is this recess?" And Nadler's like, "The gentleman's out of order. He'll be quiet." And he's like, "No, I just want to know how long the recess is." "The gentleman will be quiet." I forget the exact wording he uses. And somebody else yells out, Jim asks one more, "I just want to know how long the recess is." And somebody yells out, "As long as it takes them to get their interviews for TV." I was like, it was funny as shit, man. It was funny. But it's also sad because this is our government, man. This is our government. Nadler's Depends super needs to be changed. Oh, I think he's still in Pampers, man. He acts like a little kid. He acts like a whiny little brat. You know what he acts like? He really does. He acts like somebody who was like picked on as a child and suddenly gets to become the hall monitor. And he's just going to show everybody. He's just up there acting like a complete douchebag. Like, look, if the rules are the rules, man, just, all right, look, we'll give you next Thursday. How about that? There you go. Done. But by not giving it to them when they have to, they're just dragging it out even further. They want to have the articles of impeachment written up by Thursday, according to reports. And these are reports, and again, they're unnamed. They don't actually tell us who. But they say when it first came out, it was a congressional staffer. And then it was, according to members of the committee, they're going to have the statement today and the draft by Thursday, which still was that we're coming at half of the month gone. And this leads to election problems for these poor bastards. Nancy, what were you thinking? Seriously, Nancy, what the fuck were you thinking? Do they make Pampers that big? Godzilla size? No. Pampers come in size. I think they have a 0 for preemies, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they have Nadler size. That's what it is. God, he's such a, oh God, what a fat dick. But this leads to problems for the election because once this goes to the Senate and after the House votes to impeach, which they will, they also have to still vote for have the impeachment vote. So all of this crap that we've heard, they're going to get up there and they're going to talk about it again, and they're going to vote on whether the impeachment should happen. So you got a full day there as well, which puts us at least to the end of the week, at the very least till Friday. Maybe they could have it done Friday. And what day? What's the date on Friday? It's the 14th or the 13th, which then you have your weekend, Friday and Saturday, which brings Monday. Would be the absolute earliest they could get it to the Senate. They won't. It's not going to happen that fast. The Senate is going to drag their feet on this. The Senate's going to drag their fucking feet because they can. Unless the president wants it pushed through really fast. He could call up McConnell and go, look, don't fuck with this. Just let it go quick. Because they're not going to kick him out. Thank you, Officer Buck, who says, hey, monkey. Hey, back. I was talking about you earlier today because I was telling, I forget who it was who was talking with me that I really enjoy the way you do the monkey. You guys have been very clever about the ways you do it so that it gets past those fucking stupid ass censors at YouTube. Who thinks monkey means Negro. How sexy is my voice right now, guys? Wednesday is IG Horowitz in the Senate Judiciary. Yeah, that's why they're going to announce tomorrow and have it drafted on Thursday, so they can all get their camera time on Thursday. Horowitz should be interesting. Horowitz should be real interesting because he's IG Horowitz. He's the one that the report came out that we talked about earlier. And it's going to be interesting to see him explain how this low level guy, this low level lawyer in the FBI. And I do want to point out this too, because I've seen it two different ways. First, it was low level on all of the things, and then it was suddenly a mid level FBI agent or FBI lawyer. But how his documents that were I don't want to say forged, but lies, basically, were part of the FISA request to keep who are they tapping? Carter Page, to keep tapping his phones, didn't make this investigation a crock of shit, which should get a bunch of people in jail. You know what I mean? Officer Buck, thank you again. Monkey Senpai was talking about me. Indeed, I was. I just couldn't remember your name, so please forgive me for that. You know how I am with names. The name just wouldn't come to me. What's going on? Did Monkey not see my post about fat sack of Nadler? I didn't. I'm sorry. This is the time where I tell you guys it's really hard for me to pay attention. Even with the orange, which is coming up, and it makes it easier for me to see who's talking to me. I'm in the middle of ranting, and there's a lot of times my eyes aren't. I'm not even looking at anything. I'm like kind of staring off in the distance. So I apologize. I'm not meaning to ignore anybody. I love you guys. I hope you know that. But yeah, I've missed quite a bit. Let's assume he was low level. Why weren't the high level people doing their fucking job and verifying the info? Isn't that a great question, Dangerous? And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the kind of thing that gets asked tomorrow, or well, Wednesday. Yeah, it's tomorrow because it's Tuesday right now. Fat Sack Nadler is one of the reasons why I left New York forever and moved to America. Well said indeed. And Prospero's right. It's hard to read and speak at the same time, and especially because it's distracting. There'll be times where you'll hear somebody who's streaming like this. They'll say just a word that doesn't belong at all. And it almost sounds like they're having a stroke, and it's not. It's a word that caught their eye in chat, and it goes into their speech. And I am bad at that, so I try to avoid it. But yes, so they're going to end up pushing this. I'm not sure when the Senate is going to Christmas recess, but they will have one, even if they're in the middle of fucking. They're not going to be like, oh, look, nobody gets to go to Christmas dinner because we're doing this. Officer Buck, thank you again. You forgot this pure maley American name. I forget. Okay, look, you can't shame me for this. I forget names. It's just who I am, man. I try my best. But yeah, sometimes names just escape me. It's why I'm glad I have Prospero in the comments, because she fills in so many of the names when I'm talking about stories. Like, who's that fucker? And she'll tell me. God, I've lost my train of thought so many times reading chat or attempting to respond to a comment. I know, right? It's guys, I love that you're so engaging. You guys we talk about you guys being the best audience in the world, and I mean that sincerely for several reasons. One, you're very well behaved, and by that I mean we don't have the fucking lunatic Nazi crazies in here. You're very kind to each other, and you talk to each other, and there's a community that's actually built there. But you're also engaged. You are engaged very, very well with the show, and I fucking love that. But yeah, I have to kind of divide my attention, or you guys aren't going to get anything other than me answering questions. So where we're okay. So at best, they could get this to the Senate on Monday. At best, they're not going to. I still think their best bet is maybe the middle of next week, and that's if they really, really rush it. The end of next week is probably a lot more realistic. But again, they've rushed this process so fast. Would I be surprised if they voted Friday? No, not at all. But then it goes to the Senate, and the Senate, somebody asked earlier, could the Senate filibuster this? No. And I don't think they want to, but I do think they want to drag this out a little bit. And here's why. They want to fuck with the Democrats. They want to punish the Democrats for what they're doing here. And they can do that because as long as these hearings are going on in the Senate, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Cory Booker have to have their little asses in their seats. They have to be there. This isn't like a lot of stuff that happens in the Senate and the House where members can be absent and just run in real quick when it's voting time. They have to be there. They're the jury. And if you don't think that's going to piss them off, the Republicans, okay, we're going to have one witness a day. One witness a day. We're going to drag this out just a little bit. We're going to take it into February. We're going to use up all of January. We're going to make sure we take our time and get this right. We're going to take our time and get this right. Take this into February. Going into the first Democratic primary. It's actually the caucus. The Iowa caucus is what, February 3rd? Somebody check me on that. I want to say it's February 3rd. But yeah, they can fuck with them and take them off the campaign trail for a month leading into the caucus. Oh, that would be horribly damaging to them. Horribly damaging. Joe Biden will love it. He'll be out there. Him and Buttigieg and Tulsi and Yang will be out there too, but the press won't pay attention to him. So it'll be the Buttigieg and Biden show. They won't even have to try hard because those three will have been taken off the stage. And maybe Julian Castro. Is Castro's still in it, right? He hasn't bowed out yet. Klobuchar, she's a senator, so she's going to be gone too. Why not hold the impeachment trial until October? Well, Ginger, technically they could. I mean, they could drag that shit out as long as they wanted to. But they don't want to drag it out that long. You have to remember, part of what works in the Republicans' favor is impeachment fatigue. The longer this shit goes on and there's nothing new, it's just the same repeated shit over and over. People are just like, oh, get it over with already. And with the Senate, they have to be careful because they're in charge at that point. You don't want that blowback on you from that. So if they took a month and they're just like, look, we want to make sure we get this right. We want to make sure we get this right. So we're going to slow it down and we're really going to pay attention to this stuff. And just take a month. Take Bernie and Elizabeth and Cory and Amy off the campaign trail for a month. You've just done what you claim Donald Trump was doing. You've just hurt his opponents, his potential opponents. You think that Nancy, how do you think your Senate colleagues are going to feel about that? You just crippled them. You've crippled them going into the first caucus. And as Prospero pointed out, the New Hampshire primary is only a week after that. 8 days, but a week after. And because of you, they're going to be off the campaign trail. Even if it only lasts 2 weeks. Let's say they only take them off for 2 weeks. That still puts them 2 weeks behind. Where the only thing you can do is ads. In these states, in the early states, meet and greets are a huge deal. It is a big deal. That's why you see like in Iowa, they have all these different fairs that all the candidates go to. They have these, what was the one, the steak cook-off thing? Everybody went to that. The meet and greet is incredibly important to this. It's grassroots. we're going to meet the candidates. And it gets a little different as it goes around the country because it just speeds up so fast. And these guys pay so much attention to those first few races because they're trying to prove to donors that they have a chance to win. So taking them off of the campaign, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm waiting for it. I'm going to call it now. Somebody's going to suggest that Nancy Pelosi did this because the DNC wanted her to help Biden beat Bernie or Elizabeth. Watch. The state cook-off from a bunch of candidates that said we need to eat less meat. Yeah. It's actually pretty cool. What were we talking about with the video card up there? Ebony's having some issues with her computer. I think my laptop is dead. It's weird. It's technically on, but the screen isn't showing. It's already charged. Oh, yeah. That could be a video card issue. It could. Was it on before, or had you just turned it on? Have you tried turning it on and off? I know it's a stupid question, but have you tried turning it on and off? Sometimes you get glitches like that. It could also be driver kind of thing. Doesn't sound great though. This is the sound of the nectar of the gods. I'm not saying their name till they start paying me for it. Nah, it's Diet Pepsi. I love this shit. It was on Sunday, Ranting Monkey. Oh, is that when you used it last? Oh my God. I don't know how long I'm going tonight, guys. My throat hurts, y'all. Fucking hurts. Oh, did y'all watch Sinatra's video on the fat chick with her 4 almost men? He did. It was a good video, but he kept screwing up, and I wanted to slap him for it. He kept saying 5 guys because he brought up the fact that it's a fivesome. They kept calling it a foursome. He's like, no, it's a fivesome. There's 5 people. And I think that made him say 5 guys. It was kind of cute. Whatever you keep drinking lately, you should get them to sponsor you. Oh, well, my non-alcoholic drink is always Diet Pepsi. Although I've been drinking some Diet A&W. We got some for my brother for Thanksgiving, but he unfortunately wasn't able to make it. So I just drank it. And I do love me some. Diet A&W is the only diet soda that actually tastes exactly like the real stuff. Dr. Pepper's close, but Diet A&W. Oh, it's really good. If you like, A&W, I suppose. But yeah, Sinatra did a really good video on that, and he was kind enough to shout me out. You mean the 4 guys that knocked up Harambe? Hey, don't put that on Harambe. Diet ginger ale is ass. Oh, I hate diet Diet Dew. Fucking Dew. Mountain Dew, that's the word. Diet Mountain Dew is garbage. And I know people who absolutely love it. I'm like, I don't think your taste buds work properly because that is shit. That is shit in a can. And it's yellow shit. So I'm pretty sure somebody had a disease when they put it in there. What is the name of Pepsi's brother from the other day? I don't recall. Does Tyrone deserve a medal for taking these women off our hands? Who's Tyrone? You guys have said Tyrone a lot. I saw a lot of references. What did I miss there? I'm still of the opinion on this. It's funny, and it's fun to make fun of them because, dear God, you just made a really stupid thing in your lives public. But my serious opinion is, dear God, they have some horrifically low self-esteem. And I'm glad I watched Sinatra's video because I finally get to see the video of this rather than just these stories about it. And they asked the guys about jealousy. And if you watch, Do you remember the guy that me and Jack said was going to be most likely to murder them all? Let me see if I can find the picture. Because I don't want to just be tossing things out there and be like, do you guys remember the thing with the dude? Because maybe you guys weren't watching that night. Four Dads? Is that going to give us the newest story? Yes, there it is. You just got to know the right search words, guys. Right search words. I just need a picture of them. Oh, there we go. Let's see. No. Damn it. Huh? Site's fucking. Oh, they don't have just a still picture of the four of them. No, I don't want to watch your commercial. Shut up, dumbass. You're really pissing me off. All right, let's go to this story. There's plenty of stories about it. Here's the picture. Okay, good. Okay. For those of you who were watching the other day, this is the picture we looked at when we discussed the story. Oh, wow, it won't load. There we go. Me and Jack both agreed this guy right here, over here on the right, is the most likely, the one in the blouse, by the way. That is not a man's shirt. What the fuck are you wearing? Oh, I hate the ads on this site. This is the one most likely to kill all of the others. And that's important because if you watch the video, when the question comes up, do you guys ever have a jealousy problem? He's like, oh yeah, all the time. Like, ooh, that dude's going to shoot people. Y'all need to get away from him. Blouse Boy is going to kill y'all. The one you nicknamed Shooter. Exactly, ex-Bubba Hotel. I love that you guys watch and remember the stupid shit I say. Yeah, Shooter's going to shoot him. It was just when I was watching that and he did that and he's like, and do you guys get you? Oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, wow. That dude's going to shoot people on camera right now. You should watch Matt Christensen play the Fivesome vid on the BNTB podcast. You can see Blonde Soul dying in real time. Somebody told me I should watch that, and they gave me the timestamp from when they talked about it. That was on their, I want to say Saturday show. Sunday show. I forget which day they do it. It's Sunday, right? But apparently it's, I don't know why I remember this, but it's like an hour and 48 minutes in. I will eventually check it out, but we'll see. But yeah, it was great watching that. Like, Jesus Christ, man. You guys are so sad. Look, we all like dirty whores, man. Even people are like, no, I don't like dirty whores. They'd fuck one, in the right circumstance. Like, oh, fuck this dirty whore. I'll treat her like a dirty bitch. But you don't make a life out of it. You don't make a life out of it. Look, even if you do, why tell the world? Why tell the world? I also would have liked to seen the picture or the other guys' faces, because there's a part in there where they're asked, do you guys ever do stuff with each other? And they all say no. And then fast forward a little bit, and they're asking the guys when they're alone, and when the girl's not around, they're all playing a video game. And Ginger, the baby daddy, he's like, well, I don't know, maybe. And then future husband, we'll call him, I don't know, erect Stephen Hawking. They talked to him privately, and he's like, well, me and one of the others, we tried that one time and it went really bad. I'm like, oh God. But I would like to see all of their faces and all of them answer it together. Just to see, like, if one of them's like, I'm not fucking any of these guys. I'm not fucking any of these guys. Hell no. Call him Skeeter. No, he looks like he should be in one of those wheelchairs where he has to move it with his chin. Yeah, God, it was a great video though. I enjoyed it. But it was funny because he kept saying five guys. Like, hey, give her time. She hasn't got to five guys yet. What do you think would happen if she met a fifth guy? You think any of them would be like, no, fuck this. That's too much dick. That's too much dick. You gotta back off on the dick, honey. Isn't 4 dicks enough? Oh, and the fun. Okay, their dicks aren't all the same size. You know that, right? The odds of them having the exact same size dick are like slim to none. So one of them has the big dick in that house, and the other 3 know it. And one of them has the small dick, and the other 3 know it. You don't want to be in that relationship. You don't want to be the small dick guy in a relationship with 4 other dudes and a fat chick, or sorry, 3 other. I just pulled a Sinatra. With 3 other dudes and a fat chick. These guys aren't with her because they're just slinging dick and they got a lot of self-confidence from how big their cock is. One of them is the small one. Thank you, Sad Boy, who says 4 Eugenes, 1 Jabba who have to take turns. Well, they show the bed where they take turns sleeping so that everybody gets a chance to sleep with her. I'm like, oh God. Those sheets need to be washed nightly. Otherwise, you're probably sleeping in Shooter's jizz. What do you mean small dick is the father? I don't know whose dick is what, but I mean, one of them has the small dick. And remember, only according to the articles, at least, only 3 of them live with her. One of them lives somewhere else and just stays over a lot. But yeah, one of them's got the little dick. Oh my God. Smells like Shooter in you. Oh God. I just, that story, man. It's, again, I'm sorry. I know I've talked about it like 4 nights now, but it's like 2 butthole lady. This is one of those that just gets in my brain and I just, all of the thoughts come out. I mean, I can't imagine they have really thick walls. You know what I mean? So when Shooter's up in there and the 2 fat ones are going at it, the other 2 can hear it. You think they jack off to it? You think they're going, oh, Skeeter's in there getting it good. Somebody just made me say Skeeter, and I'm mad at you for that. Oh, Shooter's getting it. Do you think they simultaneously climax? They know, look, those walls can't be that thick. So like they know if one of them goes a lot longer than the other, or if like he takes 3 rides that night, they can hear all this shit. How do you live with that as a man? As a man, I wonder if they ever ran a train on her. You know what, Cirque? That's a good question. From the way they talk about it, no, they don't engage with each other like that at all, like taking turns on her fat ass. She did seem to have really good skin, though. I'm betting there's been a lot of sperm on that. Oh, wow, you taste like Shooter tonight. I just, as a man, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you lay there and listen to you. And remember, if it was your night last night, you got to wait at least 3 more nights before it's your turn. So you got to listen to her getting banged that whole time. Do you think she tries to like keep it quiet so the other guys don't hear how much she likes one of them? Do you think she ever yells out the wrong name? Take me, Shooter. Oh my God. I don't understand these people. I really don't. Monkey, I don't think they have enough testosterone to actually blow a load. Well, maybe they just leak a load. It just kind of trickles out. They may fuck each other when the gash is occupied. No, Keenan, so far as they said, not yet. Not yet. The guys don't go together yet. Although that could make, I mean, that whole situation just like, wow. She numbers them by dick size. Oh, man. She never gets a day off. That could. What do you think's going to happen in the 6 weeks she's not allowed to have sex after the baby? You think by like the fourth night, she just won't be able to talk anymore? And imagine one of these guys having to be down there taking care of the baby because Ginger's up there getting to bang the wife again, and they're listening to that while he's taking care of Ginger's baby. Because it was funny in the video, they started to try to make it sound like they didn't know whose daddy it was or who the daddy was, and then they eventually get to, hey, it's Ginger's kid. If that baby comes out with ginger hair, okay, I'll pay you to stop. Name the price. Ranting. I'm sorry, Prosperity. These are the things that get stuck in my head. I can't wait till the kid comes out looking like none of them. Jack has a theory. Jack thinks it's going to come out black. I think it's going to come out looking like all of them because it took 4 of their sperms to make one good one to get through the egg. Speaking of Jack, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. People are trying to pay me not to speak.
Sweet.
Nobody's done it yet.
Oh.
I was told to name my price. Guess.
Was it Prospero?
Oh yeah, no. I'm telling her to guess the price.
Oh.
And it was, and who was it? Somebody said they'd chip in. Ebony said they'll double, and Flabberjack said I'll chip in. You guys are. I feel like you're not appreciating this story enough.
Is this about the 4 pseudo men?
Yes, of course it is.
That's what I thought. I just happened to see the link. Sorry.
What was that?
I'm not sure what's going on. I just happened to see the link.
Oh, you're fine, man. Always happy to talk to you whenever you can make it. No, I was just saying to them, and I have a lot of questions about this, and
so does science.
I was telling these guys, I doubt those walls are like soundproof, right? So we know 2 of them or 3 of the guys live in the house. So at least 2 of them every night get to hear their woman being banged by someone else.
I mean, look at these guys. They probably get turned on by that.
Well, that was one of my questions. You think they beat off while they're listening to it? I think some of them do. I think that would turn them on. Thank you, Shrouded Angel, for the donation with no message. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. I bet that if they because have you seen the video, Jack?
Yeah, I sent that to you. I think.
I missed it. The only place I've seen it was in Sinatra's video.
I might have posted it. I don't remember. It's been a long week.
I bet that bedroom where they show that where she does the switch out, the guys get to sleep with her every night. I bet if they took a blue light in there, it would look like a fucking crime scene.
No, I think they don't look like they collectively have enough jizz to leave a stain.
I mean, there's leakage sometimes.
Yeah, but that would all be in their underwear because, they barely got it in.
Oh, you think they don't take their underwear off?
I don't think they got far enough to complete the act.
They're wearing tighty whities and they just pull them down under their balls. Oh, that's not an image.
No, they use the pee flap. Come on.
Oh, yeah, use the pee hole.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be weird.
I have so many questions. I actually want to talk to them. And I would try my best not to be mean, but I don't think I could help it. Because at some point, you just got to look at them and go, how do you call yourself men? We identify how they talk to Ginger Boy and he's like, yeah, my family and friends weren't real supportive. I'm like,
no shit.
Why would they be? That means you had good people in your life.
Yeah. Now they're coming around. No, they just decided to rate you off.
Yeah. Oh God.
Well, we knew he was a nerd. We thought he'd be like a programmer or something.
We thought he'd have a waifu pillow. All right, I'm sorry. I'll be nice to those people today. I was kind of mean to them yesterday. All right, we're moving off the fat guys, okay? The fat chick and the guys. Sorry.
So were those guys.
Oof. Oh, I meant to ask chat if anybody knows this. I caught the end of Nick Rekieta's stream, and I probably should have went back and watched more. But he mentioned something in there about you don't have to call me Christ, Prospero. Frank or Monkey is fine. He mentioned something in there about Matt Jarbo flagging something and bragging about it. Does anybody have any idea what that is? And if so, can you give me a link? If not, I'll go look it up. I'll watch, the thing. And I don't know if this is in reference to the old. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It might have been about some old drama.
But it didn't sound like it the way he said it, because like Matt didn't brag about that before. You know what I mean?
Well, you bragged about hitting what's his name, Cog.
And I remember. I have a vague memory of that. Cog wasn't the one who posted the entire movie that Matt made.
Yeah, he posted something on Matt's without editing it. I think it was Cog.
Okay, yeah, whichever one it was. I actually don't have a problem with that flag. You can't just repost somebody's stuff, period.
Yeah, that was a legitimate flag. So I get that one, but that might have been what he was talking about. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the times that Matt said, yes, he flagged someone. That could be construed as bragging.
Tales of Gore says, the guy who made Nick Rekieta's theme song made a Christmas album. Some of the songs make fun of Jarbo.
Oh.
You made a Christmas album and part of the songs make fun of Jarbo? One, I judge you for that.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Maybe move on with your life. But yeah.
How many people actually know who Matt Jarbo is?
Not many, I don't think.
Not in the grand scheme,
Yeah, in grand scheme of thing, yeah. But maybe it's just a small Christmas album, just for fans. I get it.
Well, yeah, but you're never gonna have a big Christmas album if you do that shit. Do some timeless stuff.
Check your money, ho.
Oh, okay.
And Dangerous Space. I know about this stuff a long time ago, so yeah, I'll just go back and watch a little bit more of Rekieta and see if there's something new there. But I just saw that and I was like,
Thank you, Evolved Potato, on the Streamlabs for the donation. Which one do you guys think will be the first one to snap and kill the rest of them?
Oh, what, in that picture? The one in the blouse.
Yeah, I'd probably go with blouse guy. Although, if any of them are going to survive, I'd put it on the Star Wars guy.
Oh, he'll duck out.
Yeah, that's going to be the first guy to run. And he'll be the only one that lives, even though he doesn't run real fast. He could probably outpace those other guys.
Yeah, there's a reason I call the one shooter. Because he's shooter's going to do it.
Let's call him Blousey McShooter.
Blousey McShooter, yes, he's going to do it, and he's going to take aim first at Ginger, and then upright Stephen Hawking will be second.
Yeah. Oh, that dude he was unfortunate.
Oh, backscan, that's a good thing to bring up, and since Jack's here, it says, oh, by the way, did you see the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Yes.
Did you see it, Jack?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
What'd you think?
I thought it sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of disagree. I thought it looked like it might be good.
I think it looks like they said, oh, look, Stranger Things is popular. Why don't we throw Ghostbuster stuff into it?
Well, that one kid is from Stranger Things.
Is he? Oh, there you go. I didn't even know that. Yeah,
he's like the annoying guy that is in love with the psychic girl. I don't know any of their names.
For me, I don't have a problem with the idea, the concept they were going for, but the kids should have been older. The kids that they show in there, and I don't know their actual ages, but they look like they're in 6th or 7th grade. If you wanted to put them the end of high school, I wouldn't have had much of a problem with it. It would have made more sense to me.
Well, the one kid is an older teenager. He's like 16 or 17. The one from Stranger Things. The one that was sitting in the swing thing with the black girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's older. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But I think it's an interesting take because Egon's gone, or the guy that played him, Harold Ramis.
Sure, yeah.
So you can work around that this way.
How do I want to say this? And you really see this in the trailer. It looks like to me, it looks like they're like, okay, Stranger Things is popular. We'll grab that and we'll just make it pure nostalgia. And for those of you who watched Ghostbusters as much as I have, there are a lot of little cookies in there for you. One of them that I missed, I actually saw somebody else post on, is the books that are stacked. I don't know. Did you see that, Jack? There's
Tobin Spirit Guides in there.
Well, no, in the original Ghostbusters, there's a line that about books being stacked in the library.
Oh yeah.
And Megan was like, yeah, of course, no human could stack books like this. There is a stack of books stacked up just like that in the trailer.
Nice.
Yeah, and of course we see Egon's samples because he collects spores. What is it? Spores, fungus, and mold.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little nostalgic things like that, and call me cynical of Hollywood these days, man. But yeah, it looks like it looks as much like a cash grab to me as Vagina Ghostbusters did.
I can see why you think that, but I have hopes that this one will actually be a little better.
I want to, Jack. I think my hope for Hollywood has just been killed.
Yeah.
I think it died with The Last Jedi.
It's safe to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Tales of Gore, exactly. Tales of Gore says cash grabs are fine if they're good. I 100%. I agree with that 100%. Ghostbusters 2 was absolutely a cash grab, and except for the very end, it was a good movie. I had no problem with it. The very end of Ghostbusters 2 was garbage. Oh my God. Look, yeah. I made dancing good slime. Like, oh, fuck you. Although I did like did you sleep with it, Ray?
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters video game from a few years back was my Ghostbusters 3. I've heard that was really good.
Yeah,
but I've also heard it was crap.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. That's a way more nostalgia trip.
I almost got it on sale one time because it was like $5. I'm like, I don't know. It's not something anybody that I know to trust their video game opinion had played. So it's I'll probably pick it up if it goes on sale one time and just like, all right, I'll try it. But yeah, I'm too cynical, I think, for that trailer.
I think it'll be like a C- movie. It'll just be like something you watch once, maybe twice.
Look, if it's a good B movie, I'll be happy. You know, it'd be like, no, I'd give that a B. But the thing, and there's also the thought in there, Jack, because they did use the younger kids too, that they're also trying to pull kind of a Goonies.
Yeah.
And that's not something, and same with Stranger Things, it's not something you can force. You can make those movies and the good ones will just be good and the bad ones will be, nobody cares. There were other movies from the 80s that featured kids as the main characters and nobody gives a fuck about them. Goonies is the standard bearer for that just because it worked so well. It was a, one of those once in a lifetime kind of things that worked. And, oh God, please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up.
I think it'll be all right. Goonies, Monster Squad, Explorers. There were lots of movies with kids in them. Red Dawn.
Stand By Me. And
yeah, Stand By Me.
I was never a huge fan of Stand By Me.
See, Dangerous has a good question. If you take Ghostbusters out of the name, would you watch this movie? I probably would.
Somebody asked me that, and it may have been Dangerous. Somebody asked me that over on Twitter, and I was like, no, because then it's just Stranger Things. Yeah, it bothers me that they have kids as young as they do, because the one girl that's is that Egon's daughter or granddaughter?
I think granddaughter.
Granddaughter.
The boys are the grandsons.
Gotcha. She's too young to be out there with a proton pack. And then them driving around in the in Echo 1 with the it's got a gunner's seat. I'm like, oh God. Just blasting randomly across the city. I'm like, no, please don't do this. Is there only one Goonies for a reason? There's only one Goonies for a reason. The other ensemble kids' pictures either sucked or were completely forgettable. They didn't suck, but they were, a lot of them were forgettable.
And
Or
there's supposed to be a Goonies 2 in development.
oh, please don't. Hollywood.
They got to go back to that well because they don't have any new ideas. All new ideas are what's the phrasing? Not intersectional enough.
You know what you could do, and I've said this so many times. Take let's see what's a good example. Oh, 21 Jump Street. The 21 Jump Street movie has absolutely zero to do with the show. Nothing. So here's what you do. You make that same exact movie and give it a different fucking name. I would have even been okay with 22 Jump Street as the original, as the first movie. But just give it a different. Stop trying to suck on nostalgia and ruining things.
No, they got to turn everything you liked from the past into a joke.
Yeah.
The only one they didn't do that with was the A-Team.
I've never seen the A-Team movie.
I thought it was all right. It's not the greatest. It's something you buy out of the $3 bin and watch it once and forget about it. But it's an okay movie. It's an interesting adaptation.
They didn't do that with Miami Vice either.
I didn't see that one.
Miami Vice, I had high hopes for it. It could have. Miami Vice is easy. Miami Vice is all about the visuals and the atmosphere. That's all you got to get right.
Yeah.
And then you have your cop and your two cops and sexy white guy, smoky black guy. It's not that hard. Well, Puerto Rican, I guess, in the original. It's not that hard.
No, but the problem is that everybody wants to change it. Like, oh, this worked in the past. Let's change it.
The Miami Vice wasn't horrible, Jack. I would pretty much describe it the way you did. It's forgettable. You watch it one time, like, okay, so I've seen it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate. It's not like one of those like I need that time back. I was robbed.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking about Miami Vice. That's an easy. You could have made the music. Music is important to that show.
They've done that with a ton of movies, though, or old TV shows like Chips. That was a mess.
I refuse to watch that movie.
It was horrible. And what was the other one? Starsky and Hutch.
I've never seen that one. The last one of those that I watched was the General Lee. What the fuck? Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, that was bad too.
Oh. I watched them butt fuck my childhood right there on screen. I'm like, no, I'm done. They didn't even spit on it, man. They just rammed it right up in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, I'm not watching any more of these kind of movies. The only one I did watch 21 Jump Street. And I don't hate that movie. That's the problem for me. I don't hate that movie.
But it's not 21 Jump Street.
Yes,
it's
thank you.
Generic knockoff movie.
It is. It's fucking garbage. It's garbage to call it 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street could be a good movie. Make something based on the original.
Yeah.
These young people, these young cops who look young enough to be in high school who are narcs.
Yeah, it's like the Mod Squad.
Yeah. And man.
Nah, they can't do it, man. They don't take anything seriously enough.
I know we're going to make 21 Jump Street a comedy. I think you're thinking of Married with Children, dipshit. That was maybe Simpsons. Those were the comedies on at that time on Fox, you dumb fuck. Maybe The Rock. You ever watch Rock?
The one with Sean Connery?
No, the TV show.
Oh.
It was with what's his name? Charles S. Dutton?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, I used to love that show. It was funny as fuck.
I never really got to watch it very often. It was on something my dad watched was on.
Gotcha. But, yeah, no, it was a fun show.
I like that guy as an actor. He's really underrated.
So do I. But then I can never get it out of my mind that he went to prison, and he just looks like a stereotypical prisoner.
He kind of does.
Yeah, like he could just play a prisoner in a movie. You wouldn't even have to like dress him up. 21 21 something Jump Street there, you comedy title. Yeah, just give it different names. We don't need a Goonies 2. Call it anything else. Literally, just name it anything else. They're making a Fantasy Island supernatural horror movie.
Yep, I saw the trailer for that.
I don't necessarily have a problem with that.
Fantasy Island always had kind of there was an underlying theme of this could go really badly.
Well, the fantasy, because my mom used to watch a ton of Fantasy Island. That was one of her shows. So I caught it occasionally. And the only one that I remember was a ghost story. A scary ass ghost story. I mean, it frightened me as a child. So, I mean, again, you can name it something else, but something like Fantasy Island, you could actually get away with that as long as you stay true to the show.
Yeah. They don't even have a midget in it.
Yeah, I know. That's wrong.
I agree.
Give us a midget. Coming this fall, the new hit blockbuster, The Goonies.
All Chinese.
You know what? I don't have a problem with it. Just give it a different name. Stop calling it the same thing when it's obviously not. Dragon Mage, thank you so much. Have you seen Daisy Ridley's Star Wars rap? It's bad.
Oh, I bet it's real terrible.
Wait, like she did a rap, like when Queen Amidala was rapping. Have you ever seen Natalie Portman's rap?
No.
Actually, that's not bad. She actually did a pretty good job with it. Let me see.
I found the video. This is gonna be terrible.
Are you watching the Natalie Portman one?
No, the Daisy Ridley one. Here, there's a link in the chat.
Yeah, I'll grab it here in a second. Where's it at? Bam. Let's see. You know what, Jack?
What's that?
We could watch this together. How long is it?
I don't know. There's an ad playing.
Yeah, mine too. Oh, and because it's from the Tonight Show, I can't skip it. Oh, if I play this on stream, they'll be mad as fuck. I'll lose.
Oh yeah, you'll get your you'll get.
That's all right. I don't mind. Oh, 2 minutes. Dear Christ, no.
Shit.
No. I'll watch that later. No, I'm good. Yeah, no. The Natalie Portman one was that part of a Lonely Island thing? I can't remember.
I vaguely remember something about that. It probably is.
Whoops, I wasn't on YouTube when I was searching that.
There's Weibo.
Weibo's in the Weibo. What the hell are you doing up, sweetheart?
She says she stayed up too late.
Curly girl, what are you doing? I know it's finals week. What are you doing up? Don't give me no shit. Talk to me like I don't know what you did. All right, Jack, I'm going to throw the link to this one in chat, and then I'm going to get back to talking to the audience. There you go. Yeah, if you've never seen the Natalie Portman one's actually not bad. She's like hardcore. I accidentally overstudied. I never studied.
I don't know what overstudying means.
They're telling me to get you on, Weebs. Let me know if you want to come on, sweetheart. You know, Weebs has a permanent. I will kick people off to get Weebs on.
Uh-oh.
I don't need to. We have space. Weeb says I need to go to bed. I agree. What time do you have to be up, sweetheart?
6.
She belongs to the night now. Yeah. I belong to the night. You belong to the city. Have you seen the Daniel Radcliffe rap? He was actually really good. No, I haven't. Was nice knowing you, Jack. Now fuck off. That's what Monkey meant. No. I meant if there were 6 people on the show and Weeb said, I want to come on and be like, wait, sometime before noon, preferably. Do you have a final tomorrow? Or do you actually not? Can you get some sleep? If you can actually get some sleep, then you're good. It's okay to stay. Just get your. What you do is you take a long nap. It's not really sleep. It's just a long nap. No, I have more studying to do tomorrow. I feel like you're studying too hard.
If you don't know it by now, why bother?
Yeah, fuck it. No, but again, I never studied. I never studied. Because for me, if I didn't know it, one, I learn much better by hearing than reading. So if I hadn't heard it from the teacher, then chances are I would just fuck up my brain trying to read it. And so yeah, I just wouldn't study. I did okay. Practice. I will code circles around you. Now lull me to sleep with your dulcet tones. Well, now I feel bad because my voice is all fucked up.
You know what she's trying to say there, Monkey, is she wants you to sing her a lullaby.
Sounds to me like she wants me to play with her circle, and that's inappropriate. I'll code circles around you. What are you coding these days? Or what language are you coding in? And are you building games? Or are you doing silly shit like I can make a spreadsheet? I always hate that when they're when you go to learn to code or in all of it. First, they make you do the hello world thing. I've written hello world in so many different code languages. It's fucking ridiculous. But machine learning algorithma. Cool.
Why are you programming Skynet, Weebo?
She's going to go work for, she said algorithms because she misspelled it because she's tired. I think algorithma sounds better. So they should name it. But she's going to go work for Google and find ways to get me demonetized. Jack, you were on the stream once this morning. Were you there when I told you they actually monetized my drunk stream?
Yeah, that's funny.
It's weird. They're going through my videos out of order.
Huh.
Yeah. So there's some that haven't been looked at that came before that, and one that has been after, and two that have been or that came after that haven't been. Like, YouTube, go to sleep. You're drunk.
No, I bet what happens is they get queued up in different people's inboxes.
Oh.
So like different employees are looking at them, and whoever's processing through theirs faster is one.
You think maybe the people that should have got to those other ones had to take several breaks because they saw too much bad shit on YouTube? Hey, Nuts, how you doing, sweetheart? Did you guys take notes at college? I knew so much of my exams. Oh, one, I didn't go to college, you guys. Throwing that out there. I'm a high school dropout. How you like that?
Yeah, it's overrated. I took notes about half the time.
You know how pissed I was when I took the GED test and I realized I could have got out of all 4 years of high school? That test was so goddamn easy. Sorry, those tests, because what was there, 2 or 3? I can't remember. But yeah, it's like, done. And the lady's like, are you sure you don't want to double check? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. And then go in for the ACT and walk in the room. You don't have a calculator? I'm like, no, Mom wouldn't let me use them.
My mom insisted because I'm bad at math.
I did pretty well. I have advanced certs in biology, environmental science, and mycology. All it's done for me largely is make me unemployable. I don't mean to laugh at that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I understand. I mean, biology is an interesting study, but how many different ways are there actually to use it?
Well, and did they teach you the proper biology? I mean, how many genders do you think there are?
Oh God, Jack, I saw an argument on Twitter today. So there's this Facebook group out there. Uh-huh. And I haven't independently verified this, but this is what led to the argument. The Facebook group is for families with multiple trans kids in it.
What?
Yeah, it's a support group for families that have more than one trans child. Do you know the odds of having one trans child?
Pretty slim.
And there's tons of these people. And this one lady says something. I don't know if she realized what she was saying. She thought she was being funny, because what she say, she had a trans daughter, a cis lesbian daughter. What was the other one? A gay son and a straight kid.
And a child protective services worker.
Yeah. And she said, I joke that I'm collecting the set. I'm like, that's not a joke.
No, that's fucking weird.
It's what you did.
Yeah, you're a bad person, lady.
But an argument blew up because this person's they posted that out, and they're like, this is weird. This the odds of this happening are very, very slim. And somebody's like, do you know how many or what the odds are? Or no, what do you think the odds are? And she goes, I don't know, probably less than having 2 gay children in the house.
Yeah.
You're just talking out of your ass. I'm like, you ask them what they think. Can't tell them they're talking out of their ass for what they think.
Yeah.
Dumbass. But yeah, the chances of that happening are fucking slim to none. Oh my God, not this argument, Ranting Monkey. The stupidity of that argument made me dumber just from reading. Oh, dangerous. That one was fun. And my favorite part was when they started retweeting me to try to get help. I'm like, oh, just go fuck yourself, man.
This is worse than brainwashing. This is child abuse. I hope the name of that group was called Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah, it's well, we've seen that. We've seen it become a way for parents to get attention.
Oh yeah, that's the new pageant kids.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and it's fucking disgusting. She's going for the full bag of Skittles.
Oh, yeah,
she's gonna complete the alphabet, y'all.
You know, the first one of these kids that grows up and murders their family, I'm going to donate to their defense fund.
Me too.
Because I won't be surprised. You know, that one of these kids is going to end up being sterilized, probably have their bits changed downstairs, and they're probably getting diddled already. So that's fucking sick, man.
Speaking of diddled already, did you see Fat Girl from the Fivesome group there? Her brother.
Yes. I thought Sinatra would have a little bit more of a hot take on it. But
oh God.
I think he was just ready to be done with the whole video at that point.
Okay, when people told me the other day to go watch Matt Christensen at that part, because it was just funny with the brother. I was thinking, you know, the brother was like going to be losing their mind going, I don't know what this dumb shit is. And then that came on the screen. I'm like, wait, back up. One of them is obviously a woman who's a trans man.
Yeah.
And isn't even trying to pass.
Oh, no.
Not even trying to pass. That's just a fat chick. And the other one's a fat chick living with 4 men. Somebody in their past needs to go to jail. Somebody was touching these girls inappropriately.
Probably.
And maybe they already have, and they just haven't told us that part of the story. I was just like, did you just say brother? That's just a fat chick. She's not even trying. Welcome to today.
Monkey, that, sir, is a hate fact.
Yes, I know. I'm full of those, Jack.
I know.
I make my living on hate facts. Oh yeah, the only reason I asked about Matt was because I was going to MITAM and I went to my search thing just to go, oh wow.
Yeah, there's some nice talent in the visual pool.
Evolved bringing the heat. Oh my goodness, Shrouded. Look, oh, see, yeah. The chick pulling her panties tight against her. Yeah, that's nice. That's always nice. Ladies, I don't know if you know, but I like that. I don't know about other guys. I can't speak for them, but yeah, oh my goodness. Merry Christmas. Who sent in the Christmas pictures? Jordan. Oh. Oh yeah, unwrap that under the chair. Okay, well, oof. Well, see, I can't because of that one. I'm trying to find some that I can actually show on the stream because I feel bad not letting. Oh, you know what? These girls are all dressed. This is Evil One's, one of Evil One's submissions. Yeah, that's right. It's time to objectify women. Y'all can calm down. You'll be fine. We do this because women are pretty and we like to look at pretty things. Them some big old titties, man.
Yeah. She's just going to get fat later.
You be nice. I like that one. That's a nice look. That just says, I'm a dirty whore. Put it where you want.
Yeah, she's dressed like that in a shop.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's classy. That's, I mean.
Yeah. That's the girl that's like, does this underwear make me look fat? And you're like, you should take it off. I need to compare.
It does. Take it off. That's just classy with that. That could be in an underwear model or an underwear ad. Wow, y'all good submissions today. Wow, she's pretty. Wow. And then we're back to Asians for Jack.
Yay.
Wait, that's a chick. Well, that's a bathing suit, I guess. And it's like, that's a chick in her underwear in the grocery store. Don't do that. You're going to get pubes everywhere. Who am I kidding? She ain't got pubes. Oh, what is that? What are you doing to me, W.R. Costin? Those are some manly women. Why are you doing that? Team Great Britain, women's beach volleyball team. Oh, Great Britain, your girls' volleyball team is unattractive. Jack, I actually feel bad putting this on the screen. England, I know you got some hard times over there, but you can do better than that. Come on.
Oh wow.
Are they all trans?
I think the two in the middle might be.
The second from the left, God, that's a dude.
She's got beer gut.
That's a dude. Anyway, British girls are rough. Look, there's some pretty British girls out there. I've seen them. What's with all the women's beach volleyball? Oh, okay. Those are the submissions for it. Yeah, see, that's much better. Oh, not the face. That's a buttered face. Yeah, we're not going to look at that one. I don't want to inflict that on the audience here, Jack. We are going to talk about this story. I saw
look a lot better if your head was cropped out.
All right, now I feel like I have to show her. All right, hang on. Let me get back to her. All right. Now I feel bad. I'm going to feel bad if anybody in the audience looks like this. See, now when I first saw Jack, the head wasn't showing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's olive oil.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate man head she's got going on.
Yes, that's not. I feel bad for her. Her parents should have. They should have thought harder before they had sex. Be like, look, have you seen your genetics? Have you seen mine? We shouldn't do this. We should not do this to this poor child. See, I feel like me and my wife should have had more children. We made very, very beautiful children. She thought 3 was enough. I'm like, the world needs more beautiful people in it.
You were just trying
to
have sex with her more.
Everybody, well, there's that too. Everybody thinks their kids are cute, but mine actually are.
Oh, I've seen some ugly kids, and if you don't want an honest answer, don't ask me if you think your kids are cute. Oh, my baby.
You should have known by the way I went. Back to the unobtainable standards, please. I know, right? Well, in fairness to her, and we got to be fair, she's got her hair pulled back for the game, and she's not all made up and everything. She's not trying to look pretty there. She's trying to look game ready. So she may be a very attractive person. Well, okay, I mean, not very attractive. Let's be fair. She might be an all right attractive person.
No, you should always try and look pretty and assume that you are game ready while looking pretty.
That's what they used to do. I mean, some women's beach volleyball players can look nice.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm gonna show this picture. I don't know if you can tell what it is. Oh, hang on. What was that? Okay, the subscription. This is Joseph in a cage. This is Mary in a cage, and this is baby Jesus in a cage.
Yeah, I saw this article online earlier.
Yeah, it was sent in for Lords of the Night. We just didn't have time for me to get to this one. It was the next one that would have come up if Satsu wanted me to do another story. California nativity scene portraying Jesus, Mary, and Joseph as caged refugees goes viral. The message of our nativity encourages us to see God's image and love of Christ in every person.
Tales of Gorset, did Obama put them there?
Probably. They've been there for 4 years. A Methodist church in California is becoming the talk of the town after they recently criticized the Trump administration by setting up a nativity scene that portrayed Jesus, Mary, and Joseph as refugees inside cages. The new display on the grounds of... What's that?
They were never refugees. Why did people keep making that comparison?
Because they don't understand the story. They don't understand. The reason they were in the mangers because there was no room at the inn.
Yeah, they still gave them a place to stay in the cave. It wasn't actually in a barn. It was in a cave. But they were heading back for the census. They were traveling. They weren't actually like immigrants or anything. They were heading back to Joseph's hometown for the census.
You know why, Jack? You know why people get that wrong? Because they're stupid.
Yeah, I knew it.
They're stupid. That says Obama let those people go. Oh God. I don't know what this is. Oh. It's an Emma Frost cosplay. You want to see it, Jack?
This sounds like a trap, but okay.
No, it's not. It's not. It's actually not bad.
Oh yeah, she's kind of cute.
I like the way she did the outfit. It's actually pretty well done.
I have a feeling that she doesn't wear a lot of white. It's definitely not going to be appropriate at her wedding.
I don't think she's wearing panties.
I don't either, which is why
it does not get any darker right there. And that's you can see the coloring from thigh through there. So she's a free ball on it, you guys.
Well, if she's got balls, then it's a definite deal breaker.
What was this one? Oh God, Jack, this story. It's a Vice article.
Uh-oh.
And it's called Straight Men Are Part of the Trans Community.
Oh, excuse me, what?
Scribe only read a part of this, and I'm not going to read it, guys. I don't know if you guys like when I do that. I don't really care. But there's a story if you want to read it yourself. Sometimes they're really long, and I've already read them, so it's just, you know what, I'm going to give you the summary. Here's the summary of that story, Jack.
Ebony tapped out.
Bye, Ebony.
Bye. Have a good night.
Yeah, sweet dreams, honey.
Really, Stargazer? That wounds me. She put up yours and Sinatra's stream last.
Wow. That's probably from earlier, man. I don't know. Were me and Sinatra together? Yeah. Well, I don't remember.
What's up, Polly?
What's going on?
How you doing, Polly? Oh, I like your new otter.
Well, this is actually last year's otter.
I like your old otter.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's another FAR special.
You
can go over to her merch store at I forget, T Public. That's it. T Public.
Ebony says, well, Polly's here, so I can't leave. That's hurtful. She's like, Jack and Frank are just horrible. I need to leave. And it's like, oh, Polly's here.
Well, everybody likes Polly better than us.
Well, what are you beating yourself up for, Jack? Jesus.
In fairness, we were talking about, it's more me than you, but the fat chick and how the fucking might go in that situation. So I don't blame him.
Is that really what you were talking about?
Earlier, yeah. Why not?
Oh. Well, I was listening to you for like a minute, and then I went to go change out my laundry and came back. So you easily might have brought up
Oh, if that was
Fucking fat
recent,
chicks.
if that was recent, then you missed it.
Ah,
This was a lot earlier.
okay.
Right now we're talking about how straight men are part of the trans community. You got here just in time. Further discussion. I'm not suggesting you're
Straight men are part of the trans community.
Yes. And you know what? I feel like this is a good time to stop and remind you guys, we are brought to you by you. You can like the stream and share the stream, and we appreciate when you do that. But you can also, if you are so inclined, support us monetarily. You don't have to. Please don't feel bad if you can't. But if you can, Nuts has been kind enough to drop our Streamlabs links in the chat there, and we appreciate any giving that you can do. Are you okay, Polly?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna need a second. The arm that holds my microphone on decided to tip right off the table, and I'm holding the microphone aloft in the air. I'm gonna mute and fix this.
Sure. Can you still hear?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this story while you're doing that. So here's the gist of it, Jack. According to Vice, straight men are part of the trans community, and the straight men need to come out of the straight closet. The idea being that because straight men are boning trannies, I'm sorry, we're not supposed to call them that, trans women, that what they need to do is just start admitting it, and then it helps trans people because they're more accepted.
What?
I know. See, there apparently is a big problem in the trans community, and I don't know this. I'm willing to believe it. But a bunch, and I'm using air quotes, a bunch of straight guys are butt fucking trannies all over the place. Trans women, sorry. But then refuse to admit it. And it's their dirty little secret. And that makes the trans women feel bad. Which I can understand. I mean, you're being used for a dirty little secret. That can't feel good. I'm not denying that. And I'm not denying that men would do something like that. I can totally picture men doing something like that.
Okay, there we go. All right.
But one, I feel like if you're having sex, if you have a penis and you're having sex with somebody with a penis, you don't get to call yourself straight. I'm sorry. You don't. You're bi at best. And that's not at best. That's the wrong kind of wording. You're bisexual.
You haven't heard Inquisitor's thoughts on Futanari, then, have you?
What's Futanari?
Lady boys in anime.
No, it's not lady boys. It's people. It's hermaphrodites. They have both pieces down there.
Well, okay. I'm not trying to get all do a semantic debate about it, but I've never seen the. My experience isn't obviously as far as yours, Jack. I'll bend to your superior knowledge on the ladyboys in anime with vaginas.
Let me clarify what I said there. If you're banging a hermaphrodite, you're not. I'll give you that one. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not gay because there's a penis, but there's also a vagina. You're just in a threesome at that point.
Yeah. So,
as long as you don't touch the penis, you leave that alone.
In the live action stuff, which is all I've ever seen, is there's a female actress with like a fake penis that's supposed to be real, but because they blur out the genitals, it hides the fact that it's clearly a dildo. What?
So I'm just trying to understand. So there's live action. Like, is this Japanese porn?
Yeah.
It's a woman who's wearing it's a woman who's wearing a fake penis to kind of simulate someone who's intersex.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. Never even seen it. Yeah. When I say Futanari, I'm thinking like anime, and it's a chick with a dick and tits. Like, but it's everything else is a woman except there's a big huge dong on her.
Yeah, she's got a penis and a vagina. That's the Futanari are hermaphrodites.
Hang on a second. I need to address something. Tales of Gore says y'all need Jesus, and then they followed that up with two hermos is a foursome. I feel like you might need some Jesus along with us.
Jesus may have approved that message. We don't know.
This is, and Evolved Potato says, if you want some links, I'll happily supply. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you, though.
Yeah, you just have to go into the more questionable sections of the porn sites. Typically, you can find them by accident because some of your favorite Asian porn stars may have done one or two of these movies.
I don't have favorite Asian porn.
Well, you're doing porn wrong. It's not my fault.
Okay, let me just be clear. As far as their chat, she's like, "Well, this took a weird turn." Let me tell you where this started from. Why I even brought up Food Network, because it relates to what you were talking about, Monkey. Okay,
Go ahead.
Is it men not publicly copping to the fact that they're out there with traps and trannies, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's reminded me of the prevalence of dudes seeking chicks with dicks on dating sites, whereas trannies in the other direction, I always forget which one it is, like trans woman, trans man, like what direction that's supposed to be.
Whatever is said at the end, that's what they're transitioning to.
Oh, okay, that's a cool way to remember. That works. All right, so trans men, they have a hard time online, very hard time, as I understand.
Hold that thought.
On dating sites.
Sad boy, thank you so much. Who says Fuda? Thank you very much. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, there are, if the data is to be trusted off of dating sites of that sort, yeah, you ain't wrong. Like that article ain't wrong that there's a lot of dudes out there seeking chicks with dicks.
Yeah. Most of the Futsunari porn is woman on woman. So it's a woman with a penis and a vagina that's banging another woman. It's not gay sex in the traditional sense.
I don't disagree necessarily with most of what this person said. I do have a problem saying that these are straight men. Sorry, guys.
No, they're not.
If you are actively seeking, especially if you're on a site for chicks with dicks, you know what's going on. You want it.
I have some trans friends that get straight up depressed over the reality of this. That it'll be because they're interested in women still, even though they're transitioning to be women, they're oriented towards women, right?
Oh,
and
right.
That's bad news for them in terms of probabilities on dating sites. It's guys seeking women who are, guys are transitioning to women, right? But pre-op, all the way pre-op. But it's like, oh, you're interested in women? Oh, I'm not interested. So there's again a lot of guys seeking chicks with dicks. Comes back to that point.
Look, trans people have just screwed their dating pool, and it's not something they did on purpose. But Jesus fuck, you want to talk about a very select group. Holy shit, especially for somebody who is looking for a woman. Because most women who want to be with women don't want a penis involved.
Well, think how bad Jack feels.
What did Jack did?
Well, look at the kind of women he's into, which are literally the most populated woman on the face of the earth. Yet,
hot Asians.
Yet, thin, hot Asians. But yet, like these are literally, there's no more type of woman on earth than the type of woman you just described as being into. Yet, you're on the wrong side of the planet for it.
Yeah. Story of my life.
It's like dying of thirst in the desert, and there's a glass of water just out of reach. Think how bad he feels. So life's a bitch, man.
I agree. They're not anorexic, far. They're normal.
That's just how Asians look.
Yeah, they're all short and skinny because they don't eat a lot. It's all rice.
That's what rice and dog will do to you.
Yeah.
God damn.
What?
That's just Koreans, Monkey. Why?
No, they have puppies. They like women like dogs, don't they?
Is that what you were saying? Oh, well, silly me.
Well, that Olympic chick does.
God damn it. I don't disagree necessarily with the premise of the article. I just the chick describes several times, hooking up with guys, and they're just like, well, no, I'll fuck you, but I don't want to be your boyfriend or anything. It's like, well, is that really the kind of person you want as an ally? Are they really part of your community, or is that just some dickhead who's using you for sex? Okay, well,
I think I understand the point you're making here. I'm just trying to again clear it up because I'm kind of listening to you. So you think that this article has a point in that they're not actually functioning as allies; they're just there for sex, and that's not good.
Yeah, this person thinks that if the straight men who have sex with trans women, both pre and post-op, would just come out and just start saying, "Yeah, I like banging trans people," that it would help trans become more accepted in our reality in our country. And I'm assuming they're American, but maybe Canadian, wherever they're from. It's a Vice article, so I'm assuming American.
So when it's a Vice article.
Yeah.
Well, now the credibility of it's just shot to hell. This person could have made it all up.
Well, the beginning of the article, literally the beginning of the article, starts with them telling us about a date that they had where they ended up with cum all over them.
Yeah, it's a Vice article, all right.
Yeah. Here, let me find it again. Let me read just the.
You don't have to read it.
Just let it happen.
Holy shit!
I went out with another straight cisgender man last week. Jason fed me pho, drove me home on his hog, and said goodbye shortly after coming all over my face.
See, this is
literally how it starts.
Is that before or after the pho?
Well.
And you're not writing to be sensationalistic and titillating and so forth at all. With starting an article like that, go fuck yourself.
I wondered who he would carefully strap into a spare helmet after me. Would the man my sister and I share ever connect us? Isn't that a weird sentence?
Yes.
A little bit.
Or would Jason stay invisible, passing through trans girls like a ghost, the way he weaves between midnight traffic on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway?
Ooh, nice simile.
Right?
Fucking hack.
Look, if you like similes, this one is full of them.
It's full of something, all right. That's just, Jack, that must sting particularly bad being like having a writing background.
I'm just gonna sit here quietly.
Well, Scribble's read probably 5 or 6 paragraphs of this, and it was like paragraph 2. I'm like, well, somebody took a comprehensive writing course.
Yeah, like in that real obvious way. Like,
yeah, it's like let it flow. It's that just sounds like a 5th grade writing assignment written by a weird person.
The author did let it flow. It was all over her face.
Well, the author's friend let it flow. We don't know that it was her jizz up there.
It was her.
So I just want to be clear about something, Mikey.
Yeah.
In your opinion is what I'm seeking here.
Sure.
Do you think that, because you use the word ally, like that's not a good ally, is somebody who's seeking, like they have a certain sexual orientation in a certain direction, in this particular case, obviously straight men looking for chicks with dicks, looking for trans women that are pre-op, I'm assuming they're saying here, or do they specify?
They don't specify, and from what I can tell, and again, this is just my reading of it. And there are parts I miss, guys. I'm sorry. There's only so much of this person's writing I could take. I would imagine pre-op.
Okay. Are people like that obligated under any way?
No.
Okay, so then what's the problem? Because I mean, it kind of eliminates. It would be nice if you, but there's absolutely no obligation there. It's like somebody who employs the use of a professional lady of leisure somehow needs to be an ally for sex worker rights, and it's like not really, unless of course you buy that people who have a sexual orientation should be advocating publicly on behalf of the object of their affections.
Well, in fairness to this lady, because I've seen this argument before, and once again, I can't imagine what that's like. That's got to be horrible knowing you're just used for sex like that, and that nobody wants to even talk to you afterwards.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, that's got to be rough. Like you're somebody's really perverted secret, and like, it's like, wait a minute, I'm like a freak that you're. Yeah, I hear you.
You're the aborigine that Monkey wants to bang. That's what you are right now.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
You referred to this person as a lady. She was on a blind date and took a load to the face. I don't know if that's a ladylike behavior.
Fair enough.
You've got a really good fucking point there.
Fair enough.
That snuck by me.
Okay.
Am I just going to be who else is going to be in this helmet? I don't know. Who else's load are you going to take that you just met hours before?
Right?
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
To your point there, though, Polly, for the most part, this is a very tame article on it. It's more of a, it would be nice if you guys did this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've read other ones where it's like demanding, like you guys, you have to do it. Look, it's like, look, okay.
It's like you got a point. Like, I mean, the author has a point. I mean, they've got a terrible writing style, but it'd be like, imagine if it wasn't seen as a perversion. Why don't you normalize it? And it begs the question to me, and I mean, begs the question, not in the philosophic sense, but in the conversational sense of the phrase. How many men would find that would be seeking it if it wasn't forbidden, if it wasn't taboo? Is that what excites them? Maybe on an unconscious level, that's why they seek it. I don't know. If it was public and mainstream, would the desire fall away?
I don't know how much it would help it become public and mainstream.
Well, I think the solution is for chicks to do more butt stuff, and then
guys don't have to go over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time to remind you guys when we're talking about chicks doing more butt stuff that we're brought to you by you. So if you're enjoying what you're hearing, you sick bastards,
Upside down harlot says no.
consider throwing shekels at us. Far, how do you know you don't like it? It might be your G spot might be in your butt.
I think she meant the topic. You said if you enjoy what you're hearing.
Are you sure? Because remember, there's a slight delay, and you just told women to do more butt stuff.
I don't know. Because I don't understand women saying no to butt stuff. So,
Far, were you saying no to butt stuff, the topic, or both? No, there have been articles I've read, Polly, where it's much more demanding. You have to do it. Like, how about you just stop fucking guys who don't want to be with you?
Yeah, like don't put out on the first date, maybe.
I'll tell you,
there's lots of lying that goes on too, right?
Well, sure, but how is this any different? Seriously, how is this any different than when guys do this to just some whore who puts out on the first date? Slut, who puts out on the first date and then disappears and or only calls. He only calls me when his wife isn't home. Like, really? He says he loves me.
Hey,
Really?
Let me tell you something. I got two fucking stories. Okay, everyone says I don't personally relate. Okay, here's two personal stories. One. I've experienced that more than I've dealt that out. Girls that, here's this girl that I've been crushing on for a good while. Finally returns one of my text messages. We talk, we go out, things happen. One thing leads to another, etc. And she didn't want to talk afterwards. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I find out her boyfriend was out of town for the week. Didn't even know she had one. Nice.
Very nice.
Nice. You're a whore. I'm not even going to call you a slut. You deserve the worst one. You a hoe.
You a dirty whore.
Well, that's disgusting. There's like, there's a lot of bitter people in this world that would, if I'm going to go tell them, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit. I mean, that guy's in a rough spot. I feel bad, but I feel worse for me because I was the one who was, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like, this is great. And that's not the only time that's happened. That's happened a bunch of times. And because the women that I know, and maybe it's just like the campus environment or whatever, they're not interested in relationships like that. That's my experience. They're not interested in being tied down. I don't want to be someone's girlfriend. You know how many times I've heard that? I'm not somebody's property. Some guy telling me I have to check with some guy as to where I go and what I do. I don't think so. I hear sentiments like that all the time.
Holly, this I may be able to help you with this. If they leave money on the nightstand, you're a gigolo.
Now, if I was getting paid, it might be an entirely different.
It also might be related
prospect, to be honest, but
it might be related to that Craigslist ad I posted with your phone number. I said, "Ladies, if you want to cheat on your man, discreet option here." And I may have photoshopped your head on Schwarzenegger.
No wonder they were so disappointed when I took my shirt off. What happened to your 28-inch pythons? It's like, well, that was an older photo, you see. But then the other story, okay, so like that's a collection of stories. Like that's happened a whole bunch. Girls that are not interested in this. I'm not. It's like, what did you think? Because we banged, I'm your girlfriend? And I'm like, no, I didn't use the word girlfriend. Well, I don't know. It just sounds like you're, just so you know. And it's like, what the fuck? I was.
Oh, thank God! Now get out.
You know, and I mean, this isn't right after like sex or anything. This is like a week later. I haven't talked a couple of days, and we talk on the phone, and blah blah blah, and then it's like, so, hey, you want to go watch a movie or whatever? And it's like, I'm not your girlfriend. Like, there's seriously, you don't think it's that like that? It's like that. This younger generation, man, millennials. You know what I'm saying?
Millennials, man.
And then the other thing is, I hear what you're saying. It's not related in terms of transsexuals or transitioning individuals, whatever. But being someone's secret thing, yeah, that doesn't feel good in general. Well, I remember when I was dating this girl, Jewish girl, and she told me, well, it's not like I can take you home to meet my parents. And she said it like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why don't you realize that? Because I'm not Jewish, you see.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, and I'm like, what? Really? Like, it's not like I just met you last week. We've been dating for months. And it's like, no, she hadn't met my parents. I hadn't met hers. And it's not like I asked to meet her parents. It's just like, oh, I forgot this in my house, so we can go by and get it. And she's like, well, it's not like I can take you in to meet my parents. And I was like, what? What do you? Yeah. And I'm like, I was just saying, you forgot some shit at your house. We're in my car. We could just swing by there. That's all I was saying. And she goes, okay, well, just so you understand, like, in other words, we can't go anywhere near my house when I'm with you because my parents, look at you. Are you? Your
nose isn't big enough.
Well, this is what I'm saying. And it's like, that was some fucking downright ethnic, ugly bigotry bullshit you just spit out. What the fuck are you even with somebody for who's not Jewish if that's what you think? I'm your secret sex thing. Fuck you. And very quickly thereafter, that was it. I mean, dignity got in my way. How are you supposed to continue on after that?
Well, that's what the word you just said, dignity. The example that I used was women who are like with married men and get mad.
Yeah,
because you didn't know that until that moment. Now, if you had gotten into that relationship knowing she couldn't be with a Jewish guy, and then you got upset because she couldn't be with a Jewish guy, you're the problem.
Yeah, I had no idea. She wasn't particularly religious, but then again, that doesn't really matter. It was an ethnic thing that she was talking about. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so, yeah, I had not known that. If I had known that, yeah, you're right. The math would have been completely different from the first step.
Polydub, the other white meat.
I've actually heard women bitch. Like, he only uses me for sex. I'm like, he's married.
Yeah.
What part of that are you missing? Of course he's only using you for sex. He's already got a wife.
Yeah, he's already got one nag at home. Why would he want two?
Oh, God.
What I don't get is if you're going to be the side dish, which is what the kids call it from my understanding.
Oh, is that what it is now?
Yeah. That's a risky proposition to begin with. Like, maybe you should take the time and do a little bit of, Facebook research or something to find out if they're in a relationship. I don't know. I don't just jump into bed very often with people unless they're, obvious sluts.
Like, unlike a lot of things that go on in society today, perspectives from men and women are going to be different. I know, radical opinion, right? But
how dare you, sir?
I can't conceive getting into a relationship with a married woman. I just don't understand the thought process that would lead me there. You know what I would feel though?
I've been in a relationship with a married woman for 26 years. That shit is hard.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, you were saying.
I don't even remember.
Thank you for laughing at that. I was like, this is a dumb joke, but I'm going to say it. Go ahead.
That's what I'm laughing about. I'm going to go tell my dad that. He's going to laugh his ass off. He loves dad jokes. He's going, holy shit, that guy is funny. Like, just watch. Okay, what was I saying? It totally broke.
You're talking about you wouldn't get in a relationship with a married woman.
Yeah. I can. I remember now. I can understand a profound sense of disappointment. Let's say I'm dating some woman, right? Or I've gone out on a few dates. I'm like, oh man, she's smart. She's funny. More importantly, she thinks I'm funny.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's got the top where it needs to be, the bottom where it needs to be. She walks with these, and she gets me that sexy look and everything, man. She's a whole package. And then you find out she's married, and it's like, God damn it.
Like, you just listed the entire reasons why she would be married.
But this is what I mean. And then you hear she's married, it's going to be like, fuck, aren't all the good ones taken or whatever. I don't understand the next step that would take somebody beyond that to go. She's married. Oh, well. You know what I mean? Like, where's the profound sense of disappointment that comes like this person's state? It's like, you're married, like, happily, like, you're still living with this person. You're not separated or divorce proceedings or whatever. And the answer is no. Well, then you get to step in. And you
let me help. And this might help you in the long run, too. There's this girl out there who's taking on 4 guys. They're going to live together, and they're married, and they're going to raise a baby together. There's always that possibility. See what I'm saying? You're like, oh, well, she's married. Maybe I can move in with him. Maybe I can be the guy jacking off in the next room while she's getting plowed by her husband.
What are you talking about?
He wasn't listening earlier.
No, those four
Was
guys.
this a story you read that there's like 4 people in a co-marriage or something?
What the fuck? How have you not heard this story?
Oh, is this the
Polly.
thing that fucking Sinatra did a video on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I listened to Sinatra, not you.
Oh, that's
Ouch.
hurtful. He's getting the links in chat, and he's the one listened to.
I'm kidding.
are
It was
we,
a
Jack?
joke. It was a joke.
Fuck yeah.
It was a mean joke.
I haven't even watched that Sinatra video. I just
How
saw
dare
the-
you?
I just
How
saw
very
the title
dare
in
you?
my sub box. You know why I didn't watch it? I'll tell you the truth. Is it polyamorous? I don't like that my name's in that shit.
Oh, you have no idea how many great jokes I wrote down for that too. No,
It's a poly relationship. It's so full of depravity, and it's like, call it a polyamorous. Don't call it a poly relationship. That makes it sound like I approve or it's named after me, and I don't like that.
I'm just fucking with you nuts. You know we love you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jack.
everybody loves Stargazer. She's a
Indeed.
sweetheart.
Mhm.
Now, if you're in a relationship with a married person, you have to realize that you're part of the problem.
Oh,
Because
yes.
that's encouraging him or her, depending. And they're obviously not going to leave their spouse. And if they do, guess what he's going to do? He's going to cheat on you. You can never trust that person.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this phrase, home wrecker. Because people, I hear it says, it's like, well, really, if you could wreck that home, was it even worth saving? So, I don't know. That sounds like some rationalization bullshit to me.
Well, no, because a lot of times when it comes to this stuff, see, people are always, well, if you're getting if you love them, you wouldn't cheat on them. That's not what cheating's about. Too many people have that idea in their head that cheating is about, well, they're looking for love somewhere else. No, they're looking for pussy or dick. You guys are way overthinking sex. Just because you're not a whore doesn't mean there's not whores out there. I get what you're saying, Polly, and my thing has always been I'm using the air quote home wrecker. They don't have a vow they're supposed to be upholding. That's on the person involved. But you go back to and I hate it, you go back to the 50s and shit before divorce was everywhere. If somebody cheated, they would just, okay, we're going to move past that and move on. And now it's like somebody cheated. Oh, I'm going to take half your stuff. So I get, actually, home record makes more sense now than it did when it was used a lot more often. I don't care about the phrasing. They are home wreckers. Especially if they're married. But
I just don't get pursuing it. Once you find out they're married, I don't understand how you keep it going.
Right. No, I'm with you on that. Don't cheat. But again, to me, the person who's at fault, I see so many times when this stuff does happen, if the couple does stay together, like say a guy cheats on his wife, who does the wife get mad at? Her. Not him. Like, that bitch ain't make no vows to you. Why are you mad at her? Your man's the one who stepped out and put his dick where it didn't belong.
Well, now hang on, Monkey. We don't know how good of a sandwich maker this other girl is.
That's true. And she might give the blowjob of the century.
Well, you guys have heard my thoughts on this one.
But
you're always demanding just a sandwich. You don't even want soup along with it? I want a casserole. I want baking to occur. Why you guys always just
hang on?
You don't require turning the stove on.
Polly, we're talking about your mistress here, man. She ain't got all time for that. She's supposed to be doing, polishing the knob and then just make you a quick sandwich so you can get home before your wife finds out.
Yeah, she should bring a pre-prepared sandwich.
Yeah.
What?
And then
she can't make
in a juice box.
Oh no, you can make some quick good sandwiches. I want to at least toast it. You guys are getting it on plain bread. I want the toaster oven at a minimum. Tuna melts and all that. And you can make a cup of soup and boil some water. She ain't got time to boil water.
Hang on.
What do you think these hotel rooms come with?
No shit, man. You're at the no-tell motel, man.
Well, they got kitchenettes in those.
I'm not paying for that. Is she paying?
They got herpes is what they got. Nut says, I would still beat her ass if I knew her. And I understand. I know that's how women are. And as a guy, I would still beat his ass. But you know what? I would be more mad at my wife than I was at him. She said, logic doesn't come into. I know, and that's why women end up in these relationships. And they're like, I don't know why he keeps cheating on me.
Yeah, see, I would be so angry. I'd only be able to dig one grave and have to put them both in it.
Yeah, I mean, I get being mad at the other person. I don't understand how easily the spouse is forgiven, and they're madder at the other person. Like that bitch don't owe you nothing.
Stargazer has a good point. I would beat her ass if I knew her, and it's okay. You know what? If the person knew that you were in a relationship with it, that is some open contempt that they are displaying for you particularly. It's like, it's not personal. Fuck that. Yes, it is all the way. You knew I was in a relationship with this person and you came along and were just like, oh, well, fuck you. And did some shit. That's some open display of contempt for you particularly. It's not focused on the whole world or all of men. It's about you.
See,
like, I'm not saying don't be mad at your spouse. I'm saying why there's plenty of hate to go around is what I'm getting at.
This is where I'm going to disagree, and I'll be right back, but I got to get this. Thank you, Miles, who says, hey, Monkey, I don't understand how people have children with married people. Seems like a good way to get killed. Yeah, it is. And I'm lucky that didn't happen because I was still able to grow up with my parents. I think people put too much emphasis on it. Sometimes it can just be, that person's really hot and I want to fuck them. Now, if they like go to relationship status, then maybe you're doing that. But I think people, they take it way too personal, and I understand why. I do. But doesn't anybody just have sex for sex?
I think it comes down to if you know that person that they cheated with. If it was like one of your friends or something, that makes it way more personal than if it's just some random whore they picked up at a bar.
See, this is where I get lost. It's the same act.
It is, but there's the emotional cheating aspect.
But
this other person, okay, what your best friend is over and bangs your wife. You can't tell me you're not going to blame them, your best friend partly for this too.
But see, I would do it with a random guy as well. Now it would be different. Let's say I had a fight with my wife.
There's a level of betrayal there.
There is. I agree. I understand exactly what you mean. There's betrayal and contempt and disrespect and all those things that call for an ass whooping.
But again, if it's a random guy and they know they're married, where's the difference?
Because the random guy isn't one of your friends that knows you and has like a form of a relationship with you.
I mean, think about it this way, Monkey. Let's say that one of your friends, okay, breaks in your house when you're not there and steals your shit. Isn't that different than some random guy breaking in your house and stealing your shit?
No, it's still somebody stealing my shit.
No, I'm not buying that you feel this way, man. You'd feel personally betrayed. I think you would.
It's a much more close personal betrayal because this person knows you. And you know them. You thought you could trust them, and they've violated that trust.
See this the betrayal thing. That again, to me, the betrayal is her, not him. And he's your friend. Okay, yeah. I can see that, but I don't see the animosity going to my animosity. Look, me and him aren't friends anymore, but the one that I hate is her.
I got lots of hate. It's not like there's a limit on it, and I need to dole it out specifically. Man, I got a bottomless well of that shit.
We're talking about emotions. There's lots of hate to go around.
Yeah, and I'm talking in that situation, not generally. Like I'm boiling over with hate 24/7. I mean, when I find out that I've been cheated on like a sucker, been punked in one of the worst ways possible, meaning it was one of your friends who did it. Yeah. It's not like I'm going to run out of emotion real quick,
Yeah. I understand that's how people are. I just don't understand why people are that way.
It's emotions. It doesn't have to make rational sense. It's just how people react in an emotional situation.
And again, I understand that. I just don't understand why. And you're right. It's because it's irrational, and that doesn't make sense to me.
I thought you were going to go take a break.
What?
I thought you said you were going to be back in a minute. You're still here.
I didn't say I'd be back in a minute.
Yeah, you did.
When?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, it wasn't 5 minutes. It was more like 3. But yeah, you did.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. You said you said something to the effect of, Jack. What was it? It's like, I'm gonna say something before I go. I'm gonna come right back, and I just wanted to respond to that real quick, and then you didn't leave.
No. Time out. You guys missed it. I said I want to respond to that, but I had to get my Streamlabs thing, which I did.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay.
I
Yeah.
wasn't really paying attention. You should know that by now.
You see, Prospero got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Why are you shouting at us, Prospero?
Because she's like, monkey's right for once.
Ooh, Bramco Boaz has Pop-Tarts. I want Pop-Tarts.
But I am going to wrap up the stream because we've been going for 2 hours and 44 minutes, and I shouldn't even have streamed tonight because my throat is just garbage, guys. I ruined my voice yesterday morning. That was a long time.
That happens.
And by the time I started the second one, I knew I shouldn't have. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate that you guys come out and listen to all of the shit I say. And it's amazing to me that you show up all the time. And I appreciate you. I hope you know that. Thank you so much for the donations. I appreciate those as well. And they help more than I could ever express. Polly, is there anything you'd like to shill today?
Yeah, actually. There is wait a minute. It's going to happen. I hit enter. There it is. There's a link to my channel where Jack and Quiz and myself do comic book curation every Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? Tuesday?
No, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Oh,
Tuesday.
see, I'm done. I'm off for December, so days have become meaningless for me, which is kind of awesome. Yeah. Anyway, and we also do a Noir Bar over there, and I'll be opening the bar up very soon, close forthwith. Yeah. So by all means. Check out that link, and it should be going. I should be opening the doors in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I got to go get a drink and prep for the bar, and then let Far prepare to stagger in drunkly and all that fun stuff. So yeah, Noir Bar is definitely opening.
He has to go get a drink to open a bar.
Well, I got to fix a drink. It's. Have a good night, Stargazer.
Bye.
Jack, anything you'd like to shill? Sorry, I'm responding to somebody on Twitter here.
I know.
There's
We
a
can
link
hear
to
it.
my channel. One of my videos. Go subscribe.
That was the worst show ever, Jack.
Yeah. I'm out of it today. I don't know.
Polycoast on taxpayer dollars. What?
Damn.
I don't know what that means. I need. Oh, wait a minute. I kind of no. I kind of do. Part of my scholarship and stipend must be coming from tax money. So yeah, I am coasting on taxpayer dollars. It's true.
Nice.
Huh.
Let's see. This is Tuesday. Tonight we're going to be on Scribe Light's channel, 9 p.m. Wow, that was fucked up. 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. There's no game stream immediately after, and because I had to download that game, I probably won't be able to game until much later in the evening. So if I do, it won't be right after the stream. But yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2 is installed, and I am jonesing to play, man.
Oh, I'm jelly, man.
Ready.
I am so jelly. I said, I was watching Razorfist Arcade. Him played it. I'm like visually, this game is seriously kick ass. The way that, especially, also you're riding off into the desert to go on whatever little quest he was doing, and the camera angle starts all super high in the sky, so you see, you see the whole horizon in the hills and shit, and it comes down beneath the riders. I'm like, fuck, this game looks awesome.
Yeah, there's a thing you can do when you're riding, because it doesn't have to do that. You can stay in the third person mode right behind you.
Okay.
But if it's a long ride, you can hit a button and it'll pull out the camera, and it's awesome looking. It's a great game, Eagle. It's a great game. I've already played through it on the PS4, and I wish they would have if they'd released it at the computer at the same time, I would have just had it on there. But I can't wait to play it.
Are you seeing all the or have you seen all of the glitches that people are pointing out in it?
No, and I expect that for anytime there's a game port. This is it. When a game is ported over to PC, there's always going to be issues. This is one of the good times that Epic got it first, because some of those have been squashed already.
Right.
But it is still we're only a few months out of the just a month out of the PC release. So I expect them.
Razor and T Boogie, when they were mostly like the glitches that they were making fun of, and they kept calling them out, where it'd be like working as it should. Whatever. It was usually something visual. It wasn't gameplay specific. Like a couple of times when they went to lasso somebody, the lasso kept missing, even though they were aiming dead on. It would wrap around the person they were attempting to lasso beside them, as if it had captured a ghost or something, so it wouldn't actually be able to hook them. You know, there was a great shot of Razorfist is riding on his horse, and it looked like the visual glitch. It looked like he was riding on a sheet of glass, and the sky underneath the ground. So there was an eagle flying through the ground, and there were clouds floating through the ground. And it looked like there was a sky underneath a sheet of glass he was riding on. And it was just a fuck up. The sky had become mirrored underneath the ground visually, and it looked hilarious as hell. It's like, yeah, I'm sky riding, functioning as it should. I have a flying horse. Everything's fine.
It's a feature, not a glitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Noah says, I love Red Dead Redemption 2. It's one of the few games that lived up to the hype for me. I was so excited for that game when it came out. And when I finally got to play, I'm like, yeah, this is Rockstar did an excellent job with that. And like I say, guys, because of the limits on my unlimited satellite, I'll have to play it overnight time, around this time actually. So we might have very short Monkey in the Mornings. But yeah, we'll get to that. Keep an eye out for that on the game channel. It's Ranting Monkey Games Gaming. I forget. Ranting Monkey. Look, it's around. Find it. It's in my description, I believe. But I would like to thank you guys for coming to watch. Jack and Polly, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to go rest my throat, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Show up to Norbar.
I'm going to sing.